I'm not fussed, but yeah, it was easy enough. And just get my. No, I'm being heard.
Well, salutations everybody, what's a CraicAttackCentral? Time to end up having another bit of fun here with a bit of good old time with the grand old friend himself. The wise, the true, the surprisingly handsome Doom. What's a CraicAttackCentral do?
Who the hell you calling old? No, it's true, I am old.
Hey, let's be fair, I called you handsome too.
Yeah. No,
I don't think it's not honest.
Yeah. I'm doing good though. I'm doing good.
Not too bad, not too bad. So, in this particular save of Stellaris, we've decided to set ourselves both up as potential humans to take over the universe with
Pretty
decorum
much.
and, negotiation skills.
Yeah.
Or not.
Look, everyone's going to join us whether they like it or not, and
Yes.
if we have to resort to pointy bits, then we will. But we'll avoid that if we can.
Yeah. So,
yeah, a couple of bits of advice for early on. Go to your main planet, switch it to the Empire capital.
does it not automatically do that?
No, and I don't trust the auto anyway.
Okay. So
I don't trust the auto. I have a tendency to do it manually, and this is again why I was saying before we started, like, feel happy to pause at any point in time. Take your time with it, things like that. Get everything set up, let it run a little bit, pause again too, because it, like most games, it pays to actually read what's going on and make a decision based on what you've read and all of that sort of stuff, especially when it comes to, like, if you have a look at your society management, for example, right? You've got all of the traditions that you can unlock, and most people will do one tradition at a time.
Yes.
Which is an okay way to do things. But what I found is that if you unlock the initial traditions early, because they're cheaper that way, then you can get bonuses from each one. And then as you continue through and gain more, you can pick and choose between them rather than being stuck with, oh, well, I got to do the next one, I got to do the next one, I got to do the next one.
That does make an incredible amount of sense. The reason why I have never done that is because it has always seemed bustedly overpowered to get the Ascension perk.
Yes,
especially
and
that research work.
It is, but I'm gonna take a leaf out of Dolphin's book and say, give up on the research, don't worry about it.
Okay.
The research will happen. Yes, it can make you incredibly powerful, but research is if you want to go to war.
Yes, okay.
If you're diplomatic, you don't need it.
Okay, fair enough. So, I have no idea where you are, so eventually we'll end up finding you. I don't think you have any idea where I am unless you're stream sniping, you son of a gun.
Of course I am. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I?
Yes, of course. Of course. So with that being said, we might as well start the timer and move on a bit.
Yeah, definitely. We'll start doing that.
Okay, so she's on... We stick on normal speed, or do you want to go just faster? What's the speed you want to go
Let's
at?
just go slow, I think, just for starters.
Happy out. Coola boola.
Slow just makes it a little bit.
She wanna see my feet pet, but she cannot see the deep end, but she gotta pay for premium.
Okay.
That is cool boola there that you've used that particular one. Thank you so much, my friend. What's a crack-a-lackin' with you? It's a pleasure to have you in. Is it all going good? Is it all going grand? Is it all going spicy? I think I've become too sensual in the last couple of months on this game.
I mean, look, I'm not going to say you should probably go get a massage or something like that, but I mean, you know, that's on you.
Okay, I got lucky.
Now, an interesting.
This time on my capital, I'm actually able to remove all of the barriers just base-wise. I don't need to do any research for them.
You, as humans, you generally are able to. Don't do it yet.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, don't even like until you're like running out of space. It's not worth it.
I appreciate it, Duck, that you have ended up doing that. It's a pleasure to end up having you do it. And of course, you get your Discord check-in as well, which is the best way to end up doing it. One of these days, that thing's going to break on me, and I'm going to end up crying.
That's how it works. Right.
I say that, and it hasn't popped up yet since he's redeemed it. I'm actually concerned that it might be broken. Ah, don't. Oh, shit. I know why that's the case. Yep. CraicAttackCentral became a slight bit of a tit and forgot to knock on StreamerBot.
Well, that's useful.
It happens every now and again. It's also one of the reasons why it takes me so long to go live, because on my particular system it takes about 5 minutes for
press all the buttons.
Yeah. So, Duck, you might have missed out on your check-in for the day. My apologies. This is even more annoying since you gave me 50 biddies. But we'll send the love to you anyway, my friend. No bother. Enjoy your draft, my friend. Whatever the draft is. I hope the army treats you well.
I would say
Magic
the Gathering.
Yeah, it's normally Magic the Gathering when you're on about drafting.
Yeah. Cardboard.
Before you go, Doc, just remember, as always, make sure your crack is 90. And what? Oh, fuck off. Okay, so that's not working either. Anyway, poke my home, my friends. Fuck the duck in a handbasket.
Full professional setup.
Yep. I forgot that that's tied to StreamerBot as well, so
Yep.
I set up the little box here that allows me to do all of my little actions, but forgot that StreamerBot operates all of the actions. So when you're mining materials now, would you go more for the construction materials or the research materials?
More for the construction. One of the things that I usually push towards is gaining more trade. Because if you've got trade, you can just buy what you need.
Interesting. Yeah, because energy seems to be the thing that ends up eating you out quite significantly, I find, late in the game.
Yep, exactly. And if you've got a good trade network, if you've got a good trade setup, then you can very easily make sure that things are sorted.
Okay, so as you probably assume with me, normally with my
I would suggest we pause while we look through this.
Supremacy.
Yeah. I'd recommend while we're doing this, pause it.
Okay. There we go.
There we go. That way we can go over it. So, one of the ones that I usually go for, especially when you consider, early on, I'll usually either go for prosperity, because that increases your mining station output by 20%. And one of the first things that you can grab is your infrastructure upkeep being reduced by 10%, or your planetary infrastructure cost and build speed being boosted and reduced as well, which is very nice. Beyond that, going to where was it?
I mean, in the same vein,
of course,
cloning kind of works for prosperity as well, doesn't it?
Kind of, but then you have to use clone bats, which is a tax on the system. Diplomacy is good because that gives you the agenda, build relations. And especially if you're someone who doesn't want to have to put a whole lot of your early game resources into building up a military to stop people attacking you, then having that is incredibly powerful because, oh hey, here's, short of a devouring swarm, here's somebody who I can improve relationships with and just keep them at bay for a while I build up.
Yeah.
And then the third one, which I don't mind going for nice and early, is mercantile. So mercantile's great because your trader upkeep is reduced by 20%, and then early on you can get things like trade per 100 civilians is +1. So for every 100 civilians you have, you're getting one trade. Amenities per 100 civilians. Exactly, and then your consumer goods upkeep is a little bit higher, but if you're producing that, then you're just fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you can always buy consumer goods at a fairly low price anyway, until you crash the market.
Yeah, basically, but again, like if you're reasonably well planned on things, then you're not going to crash the market anytime soon.
So, I mean, obviously later on, subterfuge would be good if you're trying to be a completely vicious bastard, and maybe if you had far more people in it than we have, it would probably make sense.
Subterfuge is good anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, I always tended to go for expansion, or if I'm being an asshole, supremacy, because, I always thought it was better to just eat the fucking expansion before everyone else did.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to go if you're building wide, but part of kind of what I want to show you today is building tall, and the advantages of doing so. So I'd say don't worry about expansion or discovery or anything like that at the moment. Just let it tick over, because again, you don't have to worry about dealing with anybody if you don't meet them first.
Yes.
Let them do all the hard work and all that sort of stuff. For myself, I'm gonna go with aptitude. So I'm taking additional leader trait options. Mine. So I'm going to focus in. This is it's a tall build sort of direction to go. I'm going to go on focusing on my leaders, gaining extra, capability and skills and all that sort of stuff.
Less starting traits more and all like that. So that means you get an extra governor, extra researcher, extra. Although now that they've changed researcher, does that still count?
Once I've unlocked it entirely, which I'm not going to do for a while anyway. But the major point is that their upkeep is lower, so I can get more unity, which means I can unlock.
Not immediately though.
Faster.
Their upkeep.
Not immediately.
Yeah,
no.
It's your second. It's your second.
Yeah,
the cost. You have to go cost and then upkeep, so you have to go 2 into it. That's interesting. And would that be the thing that you do? Go 2 into it, or go aptitude and then adapt over to one of the other ones?
I usually go 2 in, and then I'll pick something else, just to get those early bonuses. And then I sort of that sort of sets my path. So what I'd probably do after that is mercantile. And then if I've gone mercantile, I won't go prosperity. I'd go something like harmony or statecraft instead. unless I was a mega corporation, and then I'll go mercantile and prosperity together just to really hammer that one home.
Interesting. Then I suppose in order to not completely copy everything you're at and see a wee bit different of what ends up going on, I'd say I'll go with prosperity.
Good chance. And, with that extra mining station, and not only that, but you'll also get favored society as well. So you're going to have a really nice bonus on your availabilities.
Yeah, so I'm going to adopt that now.
Council agenda available.
Okay, great. Done. Now, when it comes down to prosperity, you were saying you typically end up going 2 in. Now, with prosperity, it seems to be similar case, although the just base advantage seems to be enough for prosperity as well. Just the base 20% in favor.
And it is just a nice little bonus when you first get it, but have a look at your first options as well.
So, planetary infrastructure minus 10% is obviously incredibly useful, and then the build speed for your planet is brilliant if you plan on expanding. The thing is, the city district's housing is probably better when you're building as well, so the two of them are incredibly useful, but probably mid-early game. Which is such an oxymoron.
Yeah, but it is more mid-game stuff because, as it stands right now, you're not having to worry about houses. But I will say that first one will be very useful because, generally speaking, you'll have 3 to 4 planets near you that you can inhabit. So having your initial infrastructure costs be cheaper and have them build faster, great advantage.
Okay, so that's probably the one I'll get first. So.
Yeah.
Then the infrastructure upkeep will be fine. Your Emperor capital, the first planet they always give you has good resources, so you don't really need to worry about it too much at the beginning, I think. But that's handy to having. It's one of those sort of diverting things of if you go for one, then you leave the other one until later sort of situation. It's okay, either I'm going to build up fast or I'm going to build slow, but everything's really cheap to run. Yeah. Because out of the two of these, resources from jobs plus 10% and upkeep from jobs 5%, or 5%. I actually think the upkeep is more important than the resource. But that could be me.
Yes and no, because it's one of those, the resources themselves can produce quite well, but if you consider that all jobs lose 5% upkeep, that includes jobs that don't produce a resource, right?
Like your military base that needs to be
so
put down automatically.
Suddenly they're cheaper to run.
Interesting. Okay, that's fair enough. I'm okay with that.
But
are you
more than happy to move on? Yeah.
Cool. So we'll press the start on that now. When it comes down to the agendas, it's probably good to set an agenda straight away, isn't it?
Well, you've already got one set, and once that's completed, you're good to go. But beyond that,
the
you have
opportunities just auto starts. I never actually recognized that. I always blasted through the initial stage of the game.
Yeah, it always starts out, and then it's a matter of what you want to do. So for me, I like doing Evolving Society because that gives me a monthly Unity boost, and once it's launched, I get 40% extra, which again helps me get more of those perks and things like that. It's very much I know it's a habit for me to do that. I focus more on the Unity side of things because I want to have those perks. I want to have all of those little bonuses that I can start tying together. And then at the end of the day, it's what I call steamrolling. It's a real slow start, but once it's going, it can't be stopped.
So here's a question for you too. And maybe it's the bunch of humans you ended up taking. Obviously, I'm in the Alpha Centauri section. Well, Sol. Even though Alpha Centauri is technically in Sol, but never mind that. What's your one called? I forget what the other humans one is called.
Mine is called Deneb. Deneb is mine.
Interesting. I wonder what that's off of.
The Deneb system is from, I think it was a sci-fi reference to, the origin of humans and things like that. It's pretty cool, interesting way of sort of looking at it.
Interesting. So I'm looking at the first star base we have there as well, with the shipyard, the solar panels, and the crew quarters. Considering
pretty good to have.
Yeah. Would it almost be better to swap the solar exchange with the trading hub straight away?
Not necessarily, because you're only going to have a cap of a certain amount of starbase capacity, and trying to go to trade hub without anything to trade with, not worth it. So you may as well get the early power until you've got, a little network set up.
Katie, when you say that, do you mean where am I going to be? Like, will I be watching it on stream, or how will I be watching it, or what's the crack there? More than likely, I probably will end up watching it on stream when I end up coming back to do even more Clear Obscure tomorrow, or this in Doom as well. We'll talk about that off stream after this. Yeah, I'll probably end up watching it there. Yeah. Show a bit of my tranquil face, just for you. You light up my world, so I need to light up my face. That, and I'm too lazy to get up and actually knock on the light behind me. But yeah, it should be interesting. That bloody Chicago crowd is going to go absolutely hissy fit if AJ Lee doesn't show up. You know absolutely nothing about wrestling, do you, Doom?
I know plenty about wrestling. I used to be around when the New World Order was a thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the WWE shop spoiled to Katie, but it'd be absolutely hilarious if she didn't. Yeah, so CM Punk's wife, AJ Lee, one of the instigators of the Divas Revolution, even though there are many people that don't want to admit that, is meant to be showing up on Friday Night SmackDown. People have been wanting her to show up for years. Okay, so the Council agenda is available now. So we just click, we launch infinite opportunities.
So if you want to do a quick pause, because we'll also have your traditions coming up. So you can launch that one, and then have a look at what you've got available. So I have a look at the agenda list. For me, it's going to be Evolving Society.
Yep.
Now, it's 159 months, it's going to take some time, but that Unity boost early on is just going to allow me to, get more. Another thing that can work really, really well early is things like your... well, for me, I've got Preserve the Order, because I'm authoritarian, so that'll increase my worker population resource outputs. It, gives me, more power, basically. What have you got? You've got...
Expand the council if you wanted to waste time.
Pretty, until later on, it's not worth it.
Use it now, Favorite society, obviously, which is specialist pop resource, although we don't have any specialist pops yet. So, I mean...
you should.
Do we? I thought, would specialist pop not count for the rare type of...
New specialists includes your physicists, biological engineers, bureaucrats, enforcers. So this was when they changed everything up. If you go to your home planet, you can go over to your economy.
These are your specialists here, yeah. Okay, so physicists, biologists, engineers,
and so
bureaucrats. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that can actually be very, it can be very good to have. As a way of sort of like boosting that section of things for the decision you went with. And again, it's that, do I boost what I'm currently gaining, or do I reduce the cost that I'm currently spending?
Yeah, I can understand that. So, no, he wasn't a dev on this. He's just been around a bunch of complete and utter nerds who've been playing this game for the guts of the 5 years that have been released, are practically paid to play the game, are some of the best people at the game, and as a result of which knows the game significantly better than me, even though I have 400 hours in this game.
I've been playing Stellaris since day one.
Yeah. To be fair, I have too, but that doesn't exactly mean much.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I bought it on day one as well.
That's
not a joke. It's astonishing how bad I am considering that fact.
It's a way of doing it, yeah. Okay, so let's go back to your things. So what else have you got there? So you've got favorite society, which is obviously quite nice. Give and take, which
Fraction
given that you don't
rulers,
have any
we don't
factions
have
right
any
now,
yet, yeah.
so you're not going to worry about that. What's next?
Open arms, which is
Open
useful, but not
arms.
now, because we haven't met anyone.
Yeah, exactly. That's a later thing, and then
Reorganize the council, which would be a complete waste of time again. So I actually think my best bet is to do the same thing as you and just do evolving society.
Yeah, evolving society is good, but this is where I'm actually going to differ from my usual playstyle. Remember how I said that I've gone, you know what? I'm going to actually work on my leaders. I have leadership conditioning because of the choice that I took. So I'm actually going to give my leaders a 10% experience gain booster once it's initiated, and then once it's launched, they'll get another 10%, and they'll also get 3,000 experience.
Nice.
Straight
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, very
Favorite
useful.
society would be a choice for me, but I don't think my empire is strong enough yet for the boost in the jobs on the planet for it to be worth it. So that's definitely the second one to go for, if not doing evolving society.
Yeah, basically, like once you've got at least 3 planets, then that's worth it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go evolving society. Yes, that then needs a bit of time to build up, and we can level up our head of research, whose leadership trait is just gaining leadership, which isn't too bad. And my options are research speed and anomaly discovery. Well, this asshole is never leaving this fucking spot. I suppose.
Pretty much. Like, hey, this is your job for life. Yeah, exactly.
Until you die, you poor
Until
fool.
you either die of natural causes or we off you, you're stuck.
Yep. So, I don't need to discuss that one much. We just give him the research speed.
Pretty much. Now, interestingly, I remember how we were talking about how, you know, things are gonna slowly start to diverge. I've already gotten my next unity.
No, wow. That's unbelievable.
I'm getting 20. Yeah, I'm getting 28 a turn. I'm only just a little bit ahead of you, but I already got the next one.
Yeah,
and
I'm 25
so
now,
for me, so for me, I reduced the cost of my leaders, so now I'm going to get them cheaper and faster.
Cool. Will I play her on again, or do we want to keep her paused?
No, we can go ahead. Go ahead.
Cool. As for your initial comment there, Katie, was replying to Wrestling Dave. Which Dave are you on about? Because if it's Dave Meltzer, who the hell... Yeah, I'm about to get my unity there now as well. So,
Feel free to pause.
I am actually curious if I am actually maybe better picking one of the other ones than actually going into prosperity.
Yeah. I would highly recommend pick another one, and have a look at, you know, potentially as far as for you, with how your empire is sort of working. I would say diplomacy is actually going to serve you really well, because that's then going to give you, like, I know that you're going to start coming across people pretty soon, and so getting that early is just going to be good for when that happens. It might seem like a little bit of a waste now, but the last thing that you want is to
meet someone and not be able to build relationships. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I have to think about the other ones. I think I am going to go for diplomacy. It was one that I went to straight away anyway, thinking about it. So I think we will go with diplomacy.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And again, this is where I differ from a lot of players. I don't do the one and then go for the Ascension. It's like, the Ascension will happen when it happens. I would rather have all of my tools ready to go, even if they're just base level tools, because I can use them all.
Yeah. But yeah, so we can continue on a bit for there anyway. That didn't take as long as it normally ended up meaning to go. But yeah, I know with the post you were on about there that ended up confirming AJ Lee, Katie, as well. It is 100% a chatbot that WWE put up, which is hilarious. The amount of times chatbots have been spoiling shit. It's actually kind of funny how often that is happening.
Well, they can't control them. You know that.
Yep.
Now, if you have some spare resources, now would be the time to start getting more scientists for ships.
Yes, so I think build the ship, and then get the ship built first, and then do the scientists on it, yeah.
That's it.
Benny, my friend, it is a pleasure to welcome you back into Crackerland. How is life treating you? And how is the satisfaction of Daniel Levy leaving your beloved Spurs? You know, are you finally going to end up swapping from West Ham over to Spurs now that the evil Hydra has left the base? I will say too, Doom, the OST of this game is something you can listen to for bloody years. It's tranquil enough that it's not even a problem.
Yeah, I'm actually, honestly, I just got a hold of a vinyl player, a record player, and I'm probably going to go get it on vinyl.
The thing about it, too, is the scratch of a vinyl will probably work phenomenally well for this soundtrack, too.
Well, not only that, though, but, like, the scratch isn't something that you would normally pick up. I mean, I picked up a Marlico record player, and it's got Audio-Technica hardware in it. So it's very high quality. It sounds just as good as a CD, but just better.
I know that currently in the music industry, the sale of vinyls has once again actually gone over the sales of regular CDs because of digital distribution. There's a lot of people who are just returning to, you know, doing what we've always done, going back to the old tech, because it just works. It works really nicely, and especially with this whole, you know, you don't own the music that you buy, you know, through streaming services or anything like that, and everyone's tired of paying for a freaking subscription, so nah, we're not doing that. We're just gonna, you know, buy a vinyl, keep it nice and, you know, cared for, and listen to it when we want to. Here's a question for you, Senior Doom.
Yeah, pause when you want to.
This won't require a pause yet. Obviously, the leader that I end up having has leadership gain and now research speed as a counselor, which ironically we gave it because we thought he'd be living in this job for life. However, we now have a scientist that gives unity from jobs as the planet governor or sector effect.
Nope.
That doesn't affect
you can
research job.
No, and so research job versus governor is two totally different things. So counselor and governor are two separate things.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, we'll just go with her. Sound, Isabel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it was that case, but I wasn't 100% sure. You know yourself, it can be funny with the way some of the stuff is stated. Oh, my president has leveled up. So I have I for talent, which means I can increase their leadership gain. Politician, which means the Empire affects as counselor, means counselor agenda speed by 10%. I kind of think that's worth it. And
it is pretty good. And what's your last one?
Stability.
Stability is really useful if you can get it early on. So I would be inclined to go with stability because if you end up with new, especially with new planets and things like that, your stability is going to be a little bit off. But if you get that stability bonus early, then you just don't have to worry about it.
Interesting. I never would have even considered that, so that's nice to know.
Yeah. Yeah, because like one of the things that gets people, especially when they start expanding a lot, is they go, "Oh man, my stability is in the floor, and everyone's rebelling and is upset with me, and blah blah blah." It's like, yeah, but if your leaders are charismatic and everyone likes them, you don't have to worry about it.
Yep. Ooh, Minister of State now is an upgrade as well. And their upgrade as Empire affects as Counselor Minerals from jobs 2.5%, or Counselor Agenda Speed 10%. I think this time you just go for the Counselor Agenda Speed.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, what you didn't pick up for your leader, you've picked up for your other ones.
Yeah. So, Katie, I am of the very similar opinion to Benny when it comes down to FM26. Now, when it comes down to it too, they haven't shown enough of it yet for us to know exactly what's going to end up happening about it. I think graphically it doesn't look as impressive as some people would end up saying. I think there are mobile phones with better graphics than it at the moment, but again, we haven't seen a proper display of it, so time will end up telling. But the fact that they're showing stuff and actually having conversations, and the fact that the director turned around and apologized for the cancellation and actually turned around and was honest about the fact that he couldn't find shit in his own game, gave me satisfaction. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'm in a much better position with the game than I was beforehand. And they're subtly convincing my cheap ass to potentially buy the game at launch. It's not an easy thing to do. Okay, so my Minister of Defense, his base command is military fleet effect ship hull points 20%.
Yep.
Which is interesting. Oh wait, so your Minister for Defense can actually battle. I didn't realize that.
Yes, you can totally stick your Minister for Defense in a ship and send him on his way.
Okay. So, God damn it, guys. So I can give him Politician, again, which means the Counselor agenda speed will go up. Or I can give him ship fire rate and weapons damage up. Now, we're trying to be diplomatic, so we don't really want him to fight. So by the time that he does fight,
true.
he'll be dead.
Yeah, but this is true insofar as we don't want to fight, but if we have to, you're dead. Like,
Yes.
We're going to kill you.
Yes, but
So
by the time
I would go
we
with the
should
aggressive.
be fighting, but by the time we should be fighting, he should be dead. So in this particular case, it's probably better to go Politician, right?
Yeah, if you want to go Politician, that's fine.
I'd be the aggressive asshole and go aggressive as well, to be honest with you. But I'm just thinking.
No, I'd go
logistically.
aggressive because, I mean, there's going to be other things out there such as space amoebas
Yes,
and whatnot
that makes sense.
you're shooting. So
And
yeah,
the
go for
one
it.
random asteroid that keeps trying to destroy your fucking planet.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, Benny, you say that. You say that it's better than how it operates in the background of FM24. We don't know, and everyone's worry is that it's going to be a bit of a hog in terms of system graphics. I hope not. I hope they've actually been sensible about it and made sure that it's not that much of a chunky monkey to run. It really shouldn't be, considering it's basically a text simulator. But we'll see what ends up happening.
It's amazing how much bloat can be added into a game, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when using engines you're not 100% sure about. Now, they seem to have a good grasp of the Unity engine, so we'll see what ends up happening. Ooh, I'm going to have to get my third tradition. So I'm going to pause there again for a second.
Excellent.
Does that mean my
go for it.
Unity has gone past yours? Or have you gotten your third one?
No, because I just let me see. I now have my third as well. I went diplomacy this time.
Oh, okay. So do we go for a third option? Or do we
I
actually
wouldn't
start selecting
yet.
shit?
Yeah, I'd at least select one out of your prosperity.
Monthly Federation.
Because you're like, I can see you expanding. Yeah.
Embassies, but we won't have embassies. We won't. There's no real point in doing either of them yet because we haven't met anyone.
Exactly. Now, mind you, remembering that as you do meet people and as you do get the opportunity to do those things, it's going to be costing more and more Unity to block them. But yeah, you should be fine. You've got it early. You've got it locked in to get it whenever you need it.
Allows advanced communications without diplomatic actions, without an embassy. You know what? Actually, I think the diplomatic networking might be the best thing to do.
That is a really good choice, I would agree, because that's going to give you that in early with anyone that you meet, and just going, hey, yeah, look, we haven't got an embassy, but we can still talk.
Yeah, and if you do get the embassy down, you end up getting more Unity as well, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good
now,
choice.
I also think, in terms of your archive, it's probably better to set up an auto-Cherton monument.
If you want to do an archive. Archives are good, but they can be very costly. The amount of upkeep required to keep everything running, especially with all of your artifacts and everything like that, it can become a little bit prohibitive. Whereas your administration officers are going to
This
just
reduces
sort of
Unity
smooth
as well,
things
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, and it produces you Unity from consumer goods. It's just a straight transfer from A to B. You know, it's a nice thing, and not only that, the upkeep of it in of itself is only 4, and it'll produce 14 Unity versus what does your administration produce?
Yeah, screws. So we'll go with that.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. The open and building slots. I was right to put that in the archives, right? or should I change the archives to something else?
No, archives is good. I mean, this is your empire capital. Having the archives there, anything that you've got physicists turn consumer goods into physics, society and engineering, bureaucrats turn anything into unity. You want your empire capital just pumping out as much unity as possible, because that's what gives your empire power. The higher you get, the less your empire self thin, all of that sort of stuff. It does make a big difference. And it's the same as, like, for me, like, just based on my numbers at the moment, like, I'm producing 18 consumer goods, I've got plenty of food, like, all of that's nice and balanced. I haven't done a damn thing yet. The only thing I've included is that, same as you, I've thrown in a, what's it called, administrative office, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in what was it? The luxury residencies. The reason I do the luxury residencies is because it only costs me 2 power upkeep. It gives me 1,500 housing and 1,500 amenities straight off the bat.
Okay.
It's a nice early one that I can put in. It's relatively cheap, and it just allows me to not have to worry about, hollow theaters and all of that sort of stuff later on.
Okay, so I'll put the 2 of them down as my options as well. Happy out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can continue on for now.
Hi.
I mean, we don't know how the game calculates chances, goals, tactics, things like that. Like, what happens makes the engines ticks, but the presentation of the match engine looks better than what FM24 is. I mean, so far, but I will say that it's I don't trust, when it comes down to games, I don't trust any pre-arranged cutscene or any pre-arranged gameplay clips to end up actually showing that the engine looks better. I agree with you, Benny. The clips that they've shown does make it look slightly better than FM24. But again, a slice of bread sometimes looks better than FM24. But hopefully it'll be good, yeah. I still hope we get weird issues where the goalkeeper will accidentally just end up having a hissy fit and just die.
Yeah.
And you get weird, bombastic goals like that. I hope the quark of the FM game that's been there since 20 isn't dead. Like, at this point,
I hate to be that person. Do you mind pausing for a moment?
No,
I
not
have
at all.
liquidated myself enough that I have to go to the bathroom.
Absolutely no bother, my friend. It gives me an excuse to just ramble for a bit.
Excellent.
So, in my particular case, we said that we were going to avoid clearing these for a bit, because there's no real point in doing anything. Our armies seem fine. Our economy is good. Don't have any holdings. I think there's merit to that thinking, yes, but I'm also not as cynical about it as you are, least from your Discord DM. I mean, by no offense. Oh, not at all. Like, you know what I'm like. When it comes down to game development, I'm just a cynical asshole. Sure, I'm the only asshole in the entirety of the internet that thought that the studio was shadow closed. So, me being a cynical asshole about FM26 isn't exactly, new. So, it's completely understandable, Benny, to end up looking at my viewpoint of it and thinking a wee bit different from the way that it ends up going through. Not harsh at all to end up pointing it on that point of view. But you know yourself, I don't like how the FM community are literally fangasming over what they've seen when what they're seeing looks, to me, about the same quality as the FIFA football game on mobile. In terms of the actual models of the characters, the actual movement of the characters, all of that type of stuff. I think they're just losing their top a wee bit. Like, legitimately, people turn around and say, "Oh, this is the best looking thing they could possibly end up releasing. This ends up shutting up every fucking critic that Sports Interactive has had for years."
I mean, wishes and hopes and dreams, right?
I mean, yes, you're right about that too. They live on breath and hyperbole. Like, They live off of mad scientist, to be honest, and the databases he ends up making. That's my one hope, is that they just haven't made it a complete pain in the arse to put in custom skins, to put in custom databases, to put in custom attires and the whole lot. Because the fact that it's actually sponsored by the Premier League and the actual jerseys appear to be in the game. Now, you'd be hoping that FM27 comes out the year afterwards with no problems. I have a tiny inkling that game is going to be harder to mod than the previous games. Solely because of that sponsorship. Solely because of that sponsorship. Now, that might be complete and utter pessimism by me, but just my viewpoint on it. Also, while Doom is using the loo, I'm going to knock on that light.
Oh no, I'm back. Check. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me.
This light washing out my face is pissing me off, so screw it.
Good-o. I'm back. You can hear me?
Not too bad. Pleasure to have you, my friend. So here's another question when it comes down to the actual city districts and buildings of your capital empire. So mine is mixed industries and archives. So is the best bets to go and just do 2 ally foundries, considering now that we're going for the luxury apartments, we should have enough amenities in order to create consumer goods? Or would you go ally foundry, citizen industries in order to make sure that it's all grand, and then in the archives just do 2 research buildings? Or how would you end up setting up your actual buildings?
So as far as that's concerned, with the main body, like I'm doing, as I said, my luxury residencies, I've got my mixed industry archives. Mixed industry is like one of the best ones to go for early on. Commercial zones, really, like, given if you're trying to produce trade, going with commercial goods is one of the best ways to do that early on.
Okay, so basically do civilian industries, fair enough.
Pretty much, because your alloys will slowly build over time. You don't need to be going and building a massive fleet straight away. You're certainly not going to be doing it with the technologies that you're getting or anything like that. You don't need to go chasing the research or anything like that early on. You can, of course, throw one in if you want to, but it's about the cost that you're going to be spending. Whereas if you're mining and producing consumer goods and producing trade, then you can just buy whatever you need, and then you don't need to worry about it, sort of situation.
So would you, for your districts, like I typically do, just crack them into generator districts and then hope?
No, because your generator districts really are only there to supply what you're building. And so, like, as it currently stands, I've only got 3 things on the build, and that is my administrative offices, my luxury residencies, and 1 single extra mining district. And I'm not going to touch anything again for quite a while, because honestly, that's going to be enough.
So mine
size
is the planetary administration, 1 hollow tier that was there before I ended up coming in, 1 commercial zone, 1 civilian industries. We're building an administrative office in the archives, and we're building a luxury residence. And we have 3 city districts, 3 generator districts, 2 mining districts, and 4 agriculture districts. Is that about as much as I want to end up doing for the next wee while?
I mean, maybe throw an extra mining district in if your local resources from the planets are not providing much. But if you've got plenty from the local systems, then I wouldn't worry about it.
I'll do it anyway. It's probably worth it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, fair enough. So, will we continue on?
Aye.
Okay, Gullabula. Yeah. So, yeah, Benny, when it comes down to it, and the same with you, Katie, I'm excited for FM26. It still hasn't gotten me to the point where I am tempted to buy the game yet and humble bundle the vicious bastidos. have decided to put WWE 2K25 as their option this year, which means at the end of the month I'm spending 30 quid in a fucking season pass because they gave me the game for free and I will not buy the DLC. By the way, for the Habitable World survey, do you bother doing it or do you just take the Unity?
Yes. No, the Habitable World survey it's a long game, but it's worth it.
Okay. Yeah, I figured my biggest problem with the Habitable World survey is by the time I get anywhere close to finishing it, it's always in someone else's feckin' territory, and
yeah,
I'm a bit too war hungry.
But that's probably because you spend 90% of your time fighting everyone and building up all your resources.
Yeah.
All right, getting ready for my first colony.
Nice. I have found a planet that might be good for that. It'll take me a bit to get into it. It's a 90% continental world. However, it does have 9 blockers on it.
9 blockers is always a bit rough, but generally speaking, you can solve that eventually.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a wet climate continental world, which I'm probably going to turn into an urban world because I've got 12 city districts available. So if I set it to an urban world, it means I'm going to get more trade and my city district build speed is going to be higher. So
interesting.
That's going to work out well. I mean, it's only a size 12 continental world, so it's not particularly big.
So I have
having it as an urban one is going to be
2 continental worlds beside me, a 16 and an 18. Now, we haven't researched
Nice.
the 18 yet in order to see what it is. However, both seem to be riddled with blockers. Not that that's a problem, but you know.
System survey concluded.
Yeah. And that's going to happen. I mean, if they've got a lot of blockers on them, again, trying to remove blockers when you don't need them yet just creates more cost.
Mhm.
And so, generally speaking, it's just better to sort of wait it out and go, all right, cool. Well, when it goes through, and when I need to do it, I'll do it. But otherwise, yeah. I think it's one of those things that they've done very cleverly with Stellaris is you can very easily get sort of pulled into that, oh, but it's there, I have to complete it sort of situation. Yeah. I mean, it's the same with the Unity. Like, when a Unity comes up and you can buy an advancement, you don't have to. You can just let it sit there and build. And
yeah, but then you have a big, annoying, bloody icon on your screen telling you that you need to do
well,
it.
that's what it's designed to do. Yeah, it's what it's designed to do. But I've played games before where
that just
I
makes
just
me
sort
feel
of...
that, nah, screw you.
Yeah. It's look, there is that part of the brain that just goes, nah, I gotta clean that up. No, I don't like notifications. No, I gotta fix that. And yeah, it does happen. But I have deliberately played a game before where I've had all of the capability of advancing forward, and I've just held off. And then when certain other AI have sort of like played their hand a little bit on what their real motivations are, I suddenly become this super advanced race with all of the powers that I need.
Yeah. Oh, so this is something I never actually noticed about the social management thing. You don't need to have clumps of Unity, you just need to build the Unity.
No. Yes, and that's why when I'm giving you the advice of like, no, get more Unity. More Unity per turn, more Unity per turn. Let it build up, because the more of that you have, the easier it's going to be. The more it's ticking over, I mean, what are you at the moment? You're getting 34?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good number to be at this stage. I mean, we're literally...
So it's just considering the benefit versus cost of potentially creating a third science ship and researching, like, surveying up that way. But, yeah. Not worth it, because again, like, you can get some bonuses through it, but 2 is really enough, because again, remembering you're going to have to pay Unity to have that scientist running.
And unlike me, your people are costing more.
Construction completed.
Yeah.
So you would actually be shooting yourself in the foot if you did that.
So now I can properly look at this planet. 16 sides with 9 blockers, which means there's only 6 build units on it. I wish I could see what the actual blockers are.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Just
I can't.
do it. Make do with what.
I literally can't get rid of any of them anyway. That's fair enough, but we will colonize this because screw it, we kind of should, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, colonize it early because you're going to be able to do your districts and everything like that anyway.
Although, am I better waiting the 4 months and then getting planetary infrastructure build speed up first?
Well, your colony ship's going to take longer than that anyway, so you may as well may as well start the colony ship, and then by the time they actually go out there and colonize the place, you'll be good to go.
Do you bother naming your colonies, or are you just a basic bitch and go Alpha Centauri Prime?
It depends. If I'm playing my Void Forged, I'll name them. But if I'm playing just as bog standard humans that I'm not really too attached to, whatever. Just name them as they are.
Fair enough. That makes sense. That makes sense. But at least we know now that we're expanding that we do actually need to put something into one of the particular segments.
Exactly.
The game forcing me to care.
That is now my 4th tradition.
Nice. Have you gone for?
So I went with psychological profiling. So my leader upkeep is minus 25%, which has kicked me up to now 35 per month of Unity instead of.
And that was an option within your aptitude, right? Yes,
That's
psychological profiling there. In my particular case, the planetary infrastructure build speed is the right thing to do because it builds the colony faster, right? Yeah,
pretty much. And especially considering that you've got so many planets near you, you're going to want to get onto them pretty quickly. I've got 3 planets near me, but they're a little bit distant, and so I'm sort of going, I can wait on that. The one that I'm currently colonizing, it's going to be too terrible for me to spend that. And again, the point being is you're not going to colonize a planet and then put everything on it in one go, because there's no point, right?
Yeah.
It's going to take time. So if you have to wait a little bit for something to go through, you wait a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, an interesting thing that I've also learned is that unless a system has above 5 for its resources, I don't touch it. I won't even bother grabbing it. I'll actually skip past it and spend the influence to just not worry about it.
But doesn't that mean that there's an increased chance of piracy?
Yes. So later on, when you're dealing with your trade routes and things like that, you just have a patrolling ship line.
Okay, fine. I might need to go through that with you. So you'd recommend avoiding Benjamin Starr and just going straight to Sirius?
Yep, straight on. Because, you'll spend a little extra influence, but your influence caps out so often anyway that you may as well just keep going.
Yeah. Other than the fact that
and
it is
that way,
bonkersly ugly not having your map connected together, I can understand that.
Yep.
It's one of those situations where the game just where my slight element of OCD comes in and says, "God damn it, I want you connected."
And you can fill it in later, but when you're trying to conserve that empire size as much as possible, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Ooh, United players just after scoring for Cameroon.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not. This international break could be interesting for us because it ends up giving some players a little bit of sharpness that they ended up needing. Because for some reason, a couple of our players that we signed a tiny bit too late that they weren't 100% fit for starting the
Anomalous
actual season,
readings
which annoys the
registered.
bollocks off of me, because surely it's your job to be fit before you end up starting. But whatever.
Yeah, but
I don't know
there-
enough
there's
about the
also
industry
a-
to say that.
Yeah, there's also an amount of, with professional athletes especially, they have to take as much advantage of time off as possible.
Mm.
And so for them it's like, oh yeah, no, like if I'm not signed on, if I'm not, locked in to go and do this thing, I ain't doing shit, because that's not conducive.
Okay, so here's another option for you here, because I've never
Ah.
really considered the differences between them, but I have a contact report here. Falling over themselves at the finding of alien life, embrace the bonds of new life, or diversity enriches our collective wisdom. Is there actually a difference between these two options?
Yes. So when it comes to the first of
Anomalous
your
readings registered.
actions appearing, this is what will decide it.
Okay. So which would you recommend?
So if you select embrace the bonds of new life, that you're going to end up with people who are specifically, xenophilic. They're going to be like, oh my god, hey, we love Xenos. Like, yeah, bring him in, and we want to mingle, we want to, go out to bars with them and stuff like that. Versus if you go to egalitarian, it's not going to be so much about like, oh, we want to mingle with everybody. It's more about we need to help everybody.
Okay, so embrace the bonds of life,
That
considering
can
we're
sort
trying
of
to be
dictate
good.
it. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. And then is archaeological... Yeah, we don't care about archaeological evacuation speed yet. It's the anomaly discovery that's better.
Pretty
Need to
much,
ask you
yeah.
about
Like
that.
archaeology is nice to get early on, but if you're still chasing down other stuff, then you chase down that.
So I now have the chance to increase research speed. You're never going to be in a ship, so no point talking about an anomaly discovery chance. Or docked ship upkeep and army upkeep, and he's a counselor. Even though he's the head of research, that's probably worth giving him, isn't it?
Not necessarily. So your army upkeep's not particularly high anyway, because you've only got one planet.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, you don't have any ships in dock because you're currently using your fleet to, go and surf around the area. The amount of time you actually spend in dock is minimal, so
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Fair enough. Research, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
As much as I said, like, don't worry about research too much. Again, it's that roll system where, like, if it's there, take it.
Oh yeah. There's no point shooting a gift horse in the mouth.
Pretty much.
Must be a bit weird playing this game with baby's first teething issues, especially with someone that has 400 hours in the game.
No, not at all. Not at
Construction
all.
completed.
Like, it's actually really surprising, especially when it comes to grand strategy games. I find myself in this position quite often of just, like, introducing people to a different way of thinking when it comes to grand strategy, because, like, I've got over 2,500 hours in Civ 6. So, for me, playing Civ 6, I play it in what I consider to be a pretty different way to what most people play. And I've had people who have, played with me and they've gone, how did you suddenly have all of this stuff?
I'm going to pause it for 1 second,
working at
okay?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. No, I'm the same. Like, the thing is, it's when the change to Stellaris 2.0, and now this is 3.0, isn't it?
4.
Just 4. The jump between 1 and 2 just lost the ever-living shite out of me, because they just changed so much stuff. I had 1 down bat, and then the change to 2 and
same.
2 lost me a bit. So that's the reason I still have my mentality of playing 1 in my head a bit.
Yeah.
From all those
And
times
it's the
ago.
same, but it's the same with people and Civ 5 to Civ 6. They still have that Civ 5 mentality, and then they go into Civ 6 with it, and suddenly they're going, why am I getting my ass kicked? Why can't I win? Why can't I do it? Because using the strategies that you have from 5 do not work with 6. And it's the same with 7 now. Like, the strategies that you have in 6 don't work with 7. It's, like, I've said this many times. 3 and 4 for Stellaris really should have been their own game.
Yes.
They should have just bit the bullet and created a new game. but that's not how their systems work. It's not how they want to do things, and given how old Stellaris is, and the system that it runs on. I mean, like, the biggest reason why everyone has so many lag issues with it is because it's designed to run on one single CPU. You know, when the game was created, having 4 cores was unheard of. Like an Intel 4, like that was the peak of technology. Whereas, like, I'm currently running with 32.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, can you imagine what this game could do with 32 cores?
Yeah. Whenever they make a sequel to
so-
this game, it's going to be bonkers.
They
Although
won't.
it is going to be
Then it's
annoying to lose 500 quid worth of DLC, but yeah.
they won't do it. The fact that they went through the optimization with 3 and 4, and especially recently with 4 changing the way that pops work in order to optimize the chunk that happens at endgame, they are not going to create a sequel for the next couple of decades. Like, it's not going to happen.
I'd say that $8.99 subscription, I'd say they're getting a ton of people paying it.
Pretty much, yeah. And then you've got old schools like me who, well, I've already bought most of the DLC, and I'll buy the ones that I'm interested in. And
That's me.
Yeah.
I just like as I showed you the image on Steam. I just like having the DLC list fully colored in.
Yeah,
which is why
it's
the
gotta be full.
placement of the goddamn subscription is so fucking annoying. God damn it! Why is it 2 down?
Because it doesn't count, so it doesn't matter. That's all you gotta remember. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm after meeting my first people, the Vulturian Forerunners, a stagnant ascendancy.
Yep. So, if you have a look at what their political sort of spectrum is, they are fanatic xenophiles. So they love they love Xenos. So basically, what you can do is you can be like, "Hey, super friendly, bro. We're space people. You're space people. Let's hang out."
But will it matter, considering it basically tells me this is a fallen empire?
Yeah, it will matter, because if they're friendly with you, then they're going to be more inclined to share information with you, things like that. So one of the things that I have a tendency to do after I've sort of gotten a bit buddy with whoever is I'll go into trade deals and I will trade for information, including their sensor arrays or their communication arrays, things like that. And I don't care what I have to give away, especially when it comes to trade. Like, oh shit, I need to give away 20 trade a month for the next 15 years? Yeah, sure, no problems. Let me know who you're talking to.
Okay.
And that's so advantageous.
We'll be friendly with them anyway. There's no point being distant or being a hostile prick to these pricks. Fair enough. So
exactly.
Be friendly. Okay, and everyone's happy that we finally met live again. Fair enough. Happy. We can press play again if you want to.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool, bullet.
Colony establishment has begun.
Oh. Our colony has gently touched down on the mouth of that. The ship has been converted into a shelter. Embrace diversity with strength or colony. Give us credits. Xenophobic ethnic attraction. Or egalitarian. Oh, we don't care about egalitarian. We want to be the xenophobe on this case. So I suppose that one.
Xenophilic.
Xenophilic, yeah.
Yeah.
System survey concluded.
Yeah,
I mean, like, yeah, the energy credits is nice.
Those 2 words.
Yeah, the energy credits is nice, but the what's it called? The little boost to your societal research is kind of nice as well. But again, it's a yes, you can sort of, you know, wish-wash kind of position on that one.
Is there
it's the main
any
reason
negative to setting up 2 colonies at one time?
No, not at all.
Yeah, then I'll do
Just
that as well.
need to do it.
Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, no, I
right.
understand that. It was more the secondary option of the xenophile boost that I thought was useful in this particular case.
Yeah. That's completely fair. Alright, I've got my 5th, and I'm going to mercantile. So now I've got aptitude, diplomacy, and mercantile already, and we're 7 years in.
Yeah, I I figured this was going to be the case.
What's that?
I tried to see what trade the Fallen Empire would end up doing. If I put anything down, it's immediate minus 1,000.
Okay, so forget about the resources. Don't worry about those. You can buy that with trade.
Mhm.
Go instead to active sensor link.
Yep. First thing I tried,
And
it was
then-
minus 1,000 as well.
Yeah. That's fine. So then go over to your resources and offer to trade them your trade value. Now, how much are you earning at the moment?
When it comes down
32?
to trade, 32, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go trade and then you offer them a monthly trade of, say,
We have
20.
detected an anomaly.
20.
Because that's the point of trade, is that it
Mhm.
doesn't matter if you go to 0, you're still going to be able to, like, get something out of them. And
Yeah.
then see if you can do the deal length,
Hold on.
increase that.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just not friendly enough with them yet.
Mm.
They like you, you're just not quite friendly enough.
Yeah.
So
System
I'll come back to
survey
it
send an
again.
envoy and improve relations, all of that sort of stuff.
That's what I was wondering about, because I don't have... Now, maybe it's because I'm not ordering them yet, but I don't actually have the option. Now, we know they're a Fallen Empire, so that's another kettle of fish. But...
Yeah.
Like, I just don't have the option to send an envoy to them yet. Which I always found weird when it comes down to envoy. to the
Yeah,
orcs.
so you just gotta wait, that's all.
Mm. Yeah, my fourth option is popping up now.
Feel free to pause whenever.
I don't need to yet because like everything can build up there and there's no immediate decision to be made.
Pretty
But
much.
I think the planet no, the infrastructure upkeep would be nice. Trust.
But you you went for the other one already. Remember how I said, like, you pick one or the other kind of
Yeah.
situation.
And is there a benefit to just finishing off this route here or waiting and picking
You may as well wait, because you just don't have the pop yet.
Yeah. So
Like
trust cap
at the
plus
moment
50.
you're
diplomacy.
yeah, that's not bad.
Which would increase the trust growth with
Trust
the,
growth.
Yeah. And then
That's not bad, especially
think
if you
I'm gonna
want
go for
that to build.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, cool.
That's a fair one.
And I know.
And so you can see,
Yeah.
you can see where, like, I'm talking about, like, you're making these early decisions because you're going, okay, I am going to come across people, I am going to come across, different species, and I am going to be in a position in which I want them to like me. What can I do to make that happen sort of passively? And then if I can do that, great, then, here's some of the things that I can choose early on, but I also can pivot to becoming defensive and protecting myself at the same time.
Yes. Basically, like me, senpai, like me.
Yeah, pretty much, because everyone likes the guy who hands out party favors. and
We have
stuff like that.
detected an anomaly.
Well, that's an anomaly we won't be doing for eons. An anomaly 7.
Yeah,
As
leave
humans,
that
I don't
be
know if
for
we'll
a
be doing that
while.
at all.
You'll get there. One of the best ones, actually, I find is if you're very lucky, you can get the advanced choices for like hiring, and sometimes you can get a really, really good what's it called? Scientist. And oh god, yeah, when you get a really good scientist like that, it's great. And again, that's one of those ones that comes from people generally liking you.
Yeah.
Research concluded.
Okay.
Ooh,
The question
gonna-
of robot assembly plants for robot workers or afterburners to get the fuck away from shit.
Construction completed.
I'd say robot assembly plants, because with robot workers, that increases your output.
Yeah.
Again, don't worry about chasing down, upgrades for your ships or anything like that. Like, that doesn't really need to be a thing if everyone likes you.
Yeah.
But
An
having more
ardent
robots
world.
to produce, yeah.
And a tundra world. Holy crap, there's a lot of planets beside me.
Yeah, you've done well on that.
Although I am almost positive humans can't live in either of these two worlds, but that's an entirely different kettle of fish.
Oh, they can, just not particularly well, but that doesn't matter.
Have you met with anyone yet yourself?
Yeah, I have. So I have the Union of Tinkerers, but I am also currently working through the Romeo Bogies. I've discovered an L gate.
Ooh, interesting. I hate them with a passion because you almost want to be the one to open the L gate because the destruction that can be placed out of the L gate is like if it's the nano machines and you're not ready for it, you're just fucked.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I had a run that I was doing where I was trying to be diplomatic, like not taking time like this, just running through shit and trying to be somewhat good. And I wasn't doing too bad. I just felt underpowered.
Yeah.
And the nano machines came out and just wiped out the entirety of the map.
Yep. Especially if you crack it early, it's just it's terrifying.
I mean, I know we don't really care about it. My research isn't too bad either. 20 on physics, 15 on society, 20 on engineering. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, look, it's certainly not, a gigantic push and advancement, but it just quietly ticks away and does what it needs to do. And
deficit? Why is my planetary in deficit of trade?
Oh, it's probably because you're converting trade to unity.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter at the moment anyway, we're doing fine, but still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I didn't even realize. Minerals are just base converted into consumer goods every now and again.
That is the entire point of minerals now, is just convert them in, have your people convert them.
Yeah. Katie, to answer your question, yes. And the reason why he would have is because Taker is old school.
A new world of opportunities awaits.
He never would have left without given the hand. It's something that Taker just refused to end up doing. He would have forced them to lose to someone. Now, who it would have been an entirely different question and an interesting kind of hypothesis to end up having. But he's one of those lads where you always need to leave giving to the next generation. You always need to pass the torch. So he would have done it. Likely he would have given it to Bray Wyatt, to be honest. But it's hard to know. Honestly, he probably would have lost it 1 year later, if I'm being brutally honest. But yes is the answer to your question. He definitely would have lost it. It's the same thing as Cena is almost 100% going to lose his last match in the retirement tour. Goldberg, the selfish bastard, refused to.
That's standard.
Interesting now. I have this area here, Lombus, where it has 3 rare materials on it. So volatile motes, exotic gas, and zero. Now obviously we don't have the distribution rights to get any of them. So I seem to have this area under secure, but would you skip it for now and then take it later on, or would you take it now?
Yeah. No, skip it. Because honestly, if you need it, you can either coercively trade for it, or you can fight
Research
for it
concluded.
if you absolutely have to. And that's the
We have
point of
detected
that.
an
is that
anomaly.
it's like, well, it's there, it's really close. You can make a claim on it later if you need to.
I'm going to wait 1 month, and then I'm going to pause again for a second, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
So, I have 2 researches at being available there. In my researches at the moment, I have Fleet Command limit, but we don't really care about that. A tile blocker, which we don't really care about at the moment. A xenobiology lab, which is handy, but we won't really be building it yet. And then the diplomatic wait for embassy complex. I kind of have to pick that one, don't I? Even though I don't have
pretty much,
the rare materials to construct it.
Yeah. Even though you don't have the rare materials to construct it yet or anything like that, it is something that you can, you can trade for rare materials. And again, if you've got the trade, then you can do it. It's just a matter of, going through the process.
Yeah. So this is one where it's confused me a bit since. So research stations output. Back in the old game, you could build a research station basically in any area you wanted to. Now, is that just these bloody, research tokens here in a star system, and they end up giving you more scrap? Is that what that means?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's the ones that are in the star system. So the way that works is if you've got 10 star systems, all with 2 physics research, then you're going to get an extra 2.
Fair enough.
That's it. And
in this particular case,
when you get to
I'm probably better going for that, am I?
For that, yeah. I mean, it's not going to really give you anything. And again, this is the reason why when I say about like technology, don't care about technology. Take the best of whatever you get, and don't try and chase anything, because it ultimately comes down to it that you're going to get screwed no matter what.
Yeah.
And you may as well choose what size pineapple you want to sit on.
Yeah. And obviously back in 2 and 3, your scientist, whichever one you would end up assigning, because you need to assign 3 scientists for this and not just have a head of research, would have the type that ends up allowing these to go faster. Is that just completely gone now?
Yeah, basically they scrapped that, because what they found is that there was a loop that would occur in which it made them practically useless. It basically removed any of the benefits that you could get from doing that, and people just sort of sat back and went, there's no point in having these scientists do this thing in specialization, because why? Now what you can do, and this is part of the whole population reorganization, now you can do a specialized district with whichever specialization that you want, and it gives a unilateral bonus.
Okay, that makes sense. At this point now, I have another tradition to end up doing as well. I'm half tempted to take the imminent diplomats, even though I haven't found enough people yet to just potentially get those favors.
I wouldn't worry about the favors.
Yeah. But I think it's almost better for me to take a third thing now, isn't it? Yeah.
I'd go on to the third thing, because you've got your prosperity, you've got your diplomacy. Now you want to have a look at, what your society's sort of direction is going to be. Now, you were talking about archivism before, which is quite useful, of course, but you can also start looking at things like your harmony to increase your population, upkeep, background, things like that. And your stability, which is very nice, again, because you're starting to expand. And with stability especially, like, oh, hey, this planet is, a 60%. Okay, well, we're stable enough, it doesn't matter. Like, people are going to be happy even if they're living on a shitty planet.
I mean, statecraft could be useful either for the edicts, but we don't have enough of them unlocked yet that matters.
So that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think the only option actually is harmony.
Yeah, harmony's a good choice. It's a good way to go, and it's going to give you a nice little boost.
Yeah.
Plus, you get that.
The only other option
well.
would be adaptability, but I don't think I need it for my systems yet.
True. I mean, you could go for archivism or politics as well. Those are also useful ones. There's a lot of choice here, depending on what direction you want to take your society.
We'll go with harmony for now, since we're building 2 new systems, and one is about to bloody pop in a second. So yeah,
exactly.
Fair enough. No bother.
Once again, I am going to go to the bathroom. I will
No
be back
bother,
in
big man.
less than
No
3
bother, big
seconds.
man. But yeah, that's my opinion on that one, Katie. It's interesting because I know an awful lot of people now are getting heavily negative on Triple H's booking. I will say every Monday Night Raw ending with a disqualification is bonkers. Thankfully, the one I went to didn't, although it did end with the bad guys winning, which is its own kettle of fish. Yeah, Taker's an interesting situation and kind of a bit of a lost art. I think when it comes down to wrestling, the thing that has been awakened to me, especially watching Cena shout at the top of his motherfucking lungs at Logan Paul at what to actually do, is the art of reading the crowd seems to be dead. I noticed this a lot with Selena Vega when she was the US champion and she just wouldn't slow the fuck down and play the crowd. And an awful lot of people seem to be doing that. I think there was a very bad habit of that in the tag team match with the Wyatt Six and Street Profits, where the Street Profits needed to slow it down and just play the crowd a bit. But it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah.
Back again.
No bother. That was fairly quick.
I mean, yeah, my being sick and loading myself up with fluids, it's just gonna go straight through me. But better out.
Happy out. So, will I continue to play on?
Yeah.
Cool, will it? Am I right in guessing you're top right? Or do you want to keep that?
No.
Do you want to keep that hidden until I actually find you?
System
I
survey
am
concluded.
center right.
Ah, okay. So it put you on the other side of the galaxy. I was just slightly off as to how far to the other side of the galaxy.
Exactly.
Okay.
A new world has been colonized.
We have our colony, so we have our first new world, and that came with 2 upgrades. So our counselor is getting increased stability, and our minister for state is getting increased trade. And is there anything you should do straight away on a new planet?
So for me, on new planets, I will tend to have a look at what my stability is like and what my amenities is like.
Okay.
So the one that I put together is an urban world, which automatically means that I'm not going to have great amenities.
System survey
But
concluded.
so what I did is I did precinct houses and stronghold straight off the bat, and that gives me unity, planetary defense, stability, reduces crime, keeps things nice and good. And then my stronghold, again, adds to that stability, adds to naval capacity, all of that sort of stuff. And they're both really cheap to run. They have, between the 2 of them, they're only 3 energy.
So my stability is at 84%, and my amenities are at 419.
Yeah, so you're great. So you can literally start going, okay, well, I'll switch to I'll do my specialization district. So for me, I chose the commercial nexus because I'm doing an urban world. What are you going to select for that world? You've gone urban. Well, it's auto designated to urban, but you were mentioning before. It's up to you what you want to do with that one. If you want to produce more unity and things like that, then you can do a
Unification Center, yeah.
Unification Center, yeah.
Is there any? How do you know which is the best thing to do for the world?
It's completely up to you, really. And that's sort of one of those things of you can switch and change it whenever.
Okay, well I'll go with Unification Center for now, so.
Yeah, and that means then that you can focus on, creating the bureaucratical stuff. So you can go for your specializations, and then you do things like.
And that specialization would be administrative hub, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Because that produces your bureaucrats.
And would it be the same as my kind of capital there, where the best thing to do would be a commercial zone and a luxury residence? Or what?
Pretty much, yeah. Because the luxury residents, again, are going to give you a lot of housing and things like that. And then it's just a matter of keeping an eye on how much... Because, like, if you have a look at your commercial goods right now, you're only producing 11. Which is not bad, but it's slow, right? It's going to be a slow process.
Okay. So with that being the case, I might be better doing a luxury residence and civilian industries.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, fair enough. Then we'll go with that. Cool, Labula. Thank you, big man.
All good skis.
And we didn't need to pause for that either, which was brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, well.
If you need to pause, don't be afraid to ask, by the way.
Oh yeah, all good. Don't forget to check in on your Empire focus every now and again, because you will get little bonuses from that. And then you can check your progressions, and you'll actually get, little unlocks for doing that as well.
Where do you check that one?
So you go to Situation Log, then Empire Focus, and then it'll have little jobs for you to complete. So if you have stuff,
okay.
and you can reset them as well.
Build tree defensive platform. Oh, I got 100 unity. Fuck that. I mean, I won't be building tree defensive platforms for a while, but still.
Yeah. Well, look, and sometimes it's better to get rid of it, though, like, honestly. I do it every now and again. Oh, it's 100 unity, it's nothing. Like, honestly.
Yeah,
2 months.
I'll get rid of that one, so.
Yeah. Because sometimes it'll throw something up like that, where it's just like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Build an agricultural district, fine. Sound.
Yeah, that's...
Establish a positive relationship, that's fine. Build a star-based building. We should be doing that soon enough. Hire an official.
Yeah,
I don't know what it means by hire an official, but fair enough that. And we'll see what
So your specialists, the officials, are the ones that you use to run what's it called? The city centers and stuff like that.
Ooh, first faction has occurred. A new faction landscape. The Alien Equality Committee. It sounds like that could be a pain in the arse later on. Wait, where do factions appear now? Oh, there. Is it?
Yeah, we've got a few coming through.
Coola boola. And they have 2 issues. We haven't contacted you. You're pissed with me because we haven't contacted anyone, you bloody arseholes.
It'll happen. It's fine.
I suppose, too, I should build one of each of the districts for this new planet as well, right? Like generator mining, agriculture. You should build one of each of the districts, right?
No. Because the thing is, you don't have the pop to run it anyway. Okay. And so all it's going to do is cost you resources to have. So until you have the population to run it, it's not worth doing.
Fair enough. Coola boola, as they say. And the pre-FTL civilizations, is it actually worth your time wonking down a science ship looking at them?
Yes. And it's not done with a science ship anymore. It is done through establishing what's it called? The
Starbase?
envoys.
Oh,
envoys.
Okay.
And stuff like that. Yeah. So you do your star voice as your star base as an observation platform, which is great. And then you basically do some backwards and forwards. And depending on what your society sort of stuff is, sometimes it's just a matter of like, oh yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. But other times it's it's good. You can certainly make use of them, especially if you're being friendly with everyone and you're being cinephilic and all of that sort of stuff. It's like, oh yeah, no, we like strange, funny people. Let's get them involved in the society, and especially if you can influence them to make use of their advantages and things like that. Like I've done that before, where like I've had different species come in, and I'm going, oh shit, these guys are really, really strong. Cool. Guess we've now got our workers to work the mines, because holy crap, they can do some amazing stuff. Like, yeah, it's really good like that.
Oh god damn it. Thankfully, it's 100% approval at the moment, but this Citizen Self-Determinism Association is going to be a pain in the arse later on. The egalitarian.
Don't worry about them.
I mean, they're giving us
They'll
two
change.
unity, so I don't care.
They'll change as they go. It's no real issue.
So factions aren't as big of a deal as they were in some of the old school versions of this game, are they?
Yeah. Some of the old school versions of the game, they used to create a lot of unrest. Now they don't really create unrest. You just get less from them.
Oh, well, that sounds so. 'Cause I remember one time, I can't remember how long ago it was, a faction just ended up throwing a hissy fit, and my bloody energy credits went from plus 50 to minus 200.
Yep, and that was part of why they did the rebalance, because they were finding that, you know, you'd have 20 pop just change their mind on something, and suddenly the whole planet system didn't work, and you just like that's not how this works. You know, for something like that, you'd need literally thousands of people to get together and do something. And so yeah, that's why they did it. And now when you have a look at your factions, yeah, exactly. Now when you have a look at your factions, you're like, oh yeah, like this makes up X percentage of my population. I don't have to worry about it.
Empire effect as counselor. Naval capacity plus 5% or increased leadership gain. Must be increased leadership gain.
The increased leadership gain is good, but you're not getting much of an advantage out of that. Your fleet organizer is probably going to be the better one, because you are starting to get to the stage where you are going to start discovering more people, and you are going to have to do a ship push. So you've currently got 1,000 alloys, which is good. Like that works. But it'll definitely be a matter of like you're going to have to
start building some ships, yeah.
Soon. Yeah, like I just had mine got knocked out by a hostile alien, and so, you know, brought them back to base, getting them all repaired, and now I'm bringing them up to...
A new world has been colonized.
2,000 strength.
Okay, so is it worth my time doing that now? Starting to build up some of my stuff?
You haven't faced off against anyone dangerous yet, so there's no point. I usually sort of wait until it's like, oh, you have found, you know, a hostile enemy out in the ways, and they've, you know, tried to kill you. Oh, okay, cool. Now I'll come back with a full force and wipe them out. But yeah, besides that,
fair enough.
Don't worry about it.
That is
we have detected an anomaly.
Yeah, the arded world is 20% hostility. So even though it's a size 23 system with 20
but
slots
have a look
in
at the disadvantages that you get for 20%. Like, what's the problem with 20%?
80% amenity usage, 80% upkeep, minus 40% job efficiency, and minus 40% growth, plus unstable tectonics of minus 10.
Yeah, so most of the problems there are just going to be, you know, things that you can control later on. And especially if you're researching your worker pops to be robots, you may as well have a population there that's generally pretty miserable. But if you put a good governor there, hire a official, put a good governor there who can keep people happy, put in enough amenities, because their amenity use is going to be high, all of that sort of stuff. You can make it work, and then later on you can just be like, oh yeah, this is where we have all the robots doing the work. If you want to. You don't have to, of course, but it is something that is completely possible.
Kinship. Empire size for pop minus 10. Elite pop demotion time. Actually, that might be really useful.
New set of agendas just went through.
Yeah, screw, we'll go with that. And then same with me.
My leadership conditioning just happened.
I'm launching my agenda for the
stuff going off.
Unity. Cool.
Yeah.
And now I need to choose a new one, which is reorganize.
As I said, you might want to pause because there's a bunch going off right now.
Stability, give and take, favorite society, expand the council. I mean, I'm half tempted to do the expand the council just to have that out of the way and get it done and dusted. But probably later on for that.
again, if you expand the council, you're going to have to put someone into it, and if you put someone into it, it's going to be costing you unity you run.
Yeah. If I done the build relationships, it means I might be able to get that deal with that fallen empire, and that's probably more useful than anything else at the moment.
More than anything else, yeah. That's a pretty good one to go for.
So I think I'll go for build relationships. It's like the trust growth happens just after time. Even though I can't put an envoy at that fallen empire, I should just grow and trust with them anyway, right? Due to the way I'm building this empire. Or
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the trust of the fallen empire, then pretty much you can get them into a position of like, hey, we actually like these funny monkeys running around in space. Sure, we'll protect them whenever somebody messes with them.
Cool. Is it possible to get... And I realize this is probably a daft question, but is it possible to get a migration treaty with a fallen empire?
Technically, yes.
Oh, okay. I never thought it was a possibility, so I never even looked at it.
Yeah, it is possible to do. It's difficult, but it is possible to do. Now, just to... you remember how I said things were popping off? I've now met the Glothorian Union, the Divine Cyan Alliance, and the Adungil Commonwealth. So I now have 3 empires that I've met immediately.
Fun.
In one go.
So the really funny thing about this is the person that isn't streaming is getting all the action. I think that's the funniest thing about all of this. I'm just taking this nice and slow, calm, learning elements about the game that I do know, but I'm at the best up to date with, and then you're just getting everything else that matters.
I'm just having shit thrown at me, but like honestly, it's not going to take long for you to get that either. They're actually pretty close to you.
Yeah, I know, and it's a fairly small world as well, which is the other thing.
Yeah, and that's the point. So yeah, no, you should be good.
Whenever you're ready, let us know, and I'll continue to press the play again.
Yeah, you can go ahead and press play. I'll
Cool.
just do with it.
I know back in the day, I
System
don't know if
survey
it's still a thing,
concluded.
they gave you a edict that allowed you to just survey, to put auto survey in if you were too lazy to click the fucking button to survey a system.
Yeah, well, because
Construction
auto survey used to be a thing that was
System
available
survey concluded.
on all ships, but then they took that away, and now it's part of like, oh yeah, well you can do this as a
Interesting.
what's it? Yeah, the thing. Ooh. Oh, you found a gateway. Nice.
Situation log has been updated.
Oh no, it's an L gate. Okay, I thought when it said abandoned gateway, it was something more important than that. Still nice to have one. Now, this is something I've always done. Correct me if I'm wrong. When an L gate pops up, it doesn't matter what bloody materials are there. I get that section straight away.
Don't know. Not 100% sure on that.
I mean, in my particular case, I don't need to here, thankfully, because it's boxed in. Nobody can end up getting to it. So I actually don't need to in this case. But typically I would.
Yeah.
Oh, as we were preparing land for future expansion on Alpha
System
Centauri, a
survey
large
concluded.
structure seemingly blinked into existence. The structure's emitting highly unstable energy waves caused it to admittedly appear and disappear from view. This explains why it was not present on our initial scans of the sector. When visible, the unintelligible symbols adorn its sealed exterior with no matching language in our records. No apparent function can be discerned. The construct has thus far had no harm, but is obstructing our developments. That's
Now you got stuff happening.
yes. Situation log. What? Okay, that's annoying. That came up for Alpha Centauri. It said that it went to the situation log, and then it's not bloody there.
Oh yeah, that happens.
So what do you do when that happens? You just ignore it, or?
Generally speaking, I just leave it alone for a bit. Usually sorts itself out.
I think that might be a bug. Surely that's a bug. Because I would
Guaranteed,
research
yeah.
that straight. I would research that straight away just to see what it was affecting my goddamn planet.
Pretty much, but also sometimes they're timed, so they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll let you have a look at that when the time is right."
Oh, fair enough. I'm now producing 105 Unity, by the way.
Very nice. I'm still only producing 48 myself, but again, you've got a Unity world just cooked off, and I'm just about to... yeah, 2 Unity worlds. But see the advantage here? Like, you're now absolutely rushing forward with that Unity.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm about to colonize my first Gaia world, and I'm turning that into my Unity center.
Yeah, the only problem with Gaia worlds is that they can piss off fallen empires. Now, we only have the one fallen empire, and to be fair, they're bloody xenophile, so they probably won't be pissed at you going on to the Gaia world. But every single time I have played this game since 3.0, every time since 3.0, the feckers have been pissed when I have went on to the Gaia world. It has happened every time.
That's basically how it goes. Yeah. That is how it be.
Now, to be fair, every single time I was a walking, talking asshole as well. You know.
That probably didn't help, yeah.
You know, I play these type of games based on real life. It's the reason why so many of my D&D characters are walking, talking assholes. Talk to the bounce whenever he comes into the bloody stream. He'll talk about my arsehole natures. Oh, it's back up. Analysis of the structure leads to assuming that it bends distortion of light. Excelling geothermal activity has detected the silicon mantle below. Potent energy powers isolate the structure, but levels are fluctuating. While understanding the building's prosperity has grown, we have uttered unable to enter it, but the fact it is possible, sealed exteriors, compromised, unfamiliar, highly reactive materials. Initial attempts to force entry into the structure only to stabilize the building's electromagnetic further. We could either cut our way in and more. So if we use brute force or continue external studies, which would you go for?
I'd go for the external studies. It's something that's interesting, but it's not something that you need to, like, focus all of your efforts to try and get. Like, there's no indication that it's absolutely urgent.
With the Harmony now, I kind of want the Edict Fund. Even though it's not that useful to me at the moment, I kind of want it.
If you want to, go for it.
But I also could end up taking a 4th tradition.
You could. Yeah. I mean, to put things into perspective, I've got aptitude, diplomacy, and mercantile. I just got my trickle-up economics along with my adaptive economic policies. So I've got consumer benefits, marketplace of ideas, trade policies, and a portion of my traders turned into consumer goods or Unity. So, you know, that develops. And now I've got extra trade from my civilians, amenities from my civilians, and consumer goods from with my upkeep.
I could go for adaptability either, but probably not yet.
Adaptability is good. I mean, if you've got some planets that are a little difficult to live on, adaptability is going to be useful.
Screw it, I'll go with mercantile. I know I'm not using the markets yet, but it's handy to have the markets available.
Certainly not wrong.
Council agenda available.
My edicts are fortify the border, diplomatic grants, encourage political thought, land of opportunity, educational campaign, and recycle campaign. None of them are useful yet.
Recycle campaign's good.
Ooh, okay. So once you have... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go to planet, is it? Okay. So what do I do with the pre-FTL? So I have the observation you set up. Is it?
Yep.
But my espionage isn't an option. So what do I do?
That's because of your current policies. So if
Okay.
you go to your policies and edicts and then have a look at first contact protocol, you can actually change that from proactive, cautious, aggressive. Like you can switch that up.
Okay. So it's non-interference at
Pre-FTL,
the moment.
enlightenment, yeah. Whereas mine, I have subtle interference, so I'm allowed to like mess with them.
And do you recommend that?
Subtle interference is good, but it's better. So subtle interference works best if you've already got the xenobiology labs, because you're able to, sort of disguise yourself better and things like that.
Okay. So am I just better staying non-interference and just leaving that probe there and seeing what's happening?
Pretty much just for now, because the thing is,
Yeah.
the moment that they become, post FTL, they're going to contact you and be like, "Holy crap, you're amazing, and we love you. Can we be your servants?"
Okay, interesting.
System survey concluded.
Okay, so we have an archaeological site beside us as well, but we won't be going straight into that yet.
Yeah, pretty much. What's your empire size at the moment? 87?
Yes.
Good.
That's not too big, is it?
No, that's anything under 100 is great. I usually, I'll get to about 120 and then stop expanding. And so I can be pretty picky about what I decide to grab, but about 120 is good. The cost to your tech and whatnot is not particularly high. And then, yeah, you sort of start.
Yeah, I was thinking of taking these two worlds, considering they're fairly big, and they're, as you said, I'll have the robots soon, anyways. So I'll add them to the expansion of it anyway.
Yeah, and it's a nice little defensive point there on your northern one. You can turn that into something like a fortress world, because that way you're going to be able to, if anyone does decide to get a little bit uppity, you've got a great big fortress world that can just sit there and go, "Nah, you can't get past me, screw you."
Okay, cool. We seem to be doing okay at the moment anyway.
Look, the numbers are all looking pretty, everything's coming through nicely. You've got about half as much trade as what I do, but again, I'm focusing on trade, so that's the thing.
It's not bad to have low trade, though, is it?
No, not at all. You
We
can
have
do
detected
without
an
trade
anomaly.
entirely, but without that trade, it does make it a little difficult when you find yourself in a pinch point of like, "Oh shit, I need something. I can't. I'm always going to be at a loss."
Like, I can make both of these worlds into trading worlds anyway, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because 116 is fine for the Unity. I don't think I need to boost my Unity too much more than that for now.
Look, 116 will do well. I mean, you're doing double what I'm doing, so you're going to be picking them up nice and quick. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now you can sort of pivot back towards some trade.
System
Just look at
survey
trade buildings, and
concluded.
again, it's what's it called? Commercial goods, and then turning those commercial goods into Unity and trade.
I am still kind of shocked I've met no one else. Ooh, okay, command chamber. Further study of the strange markings on the exterior of the alien structure of the Oscillatory Prime revealed them to be the interface of sorts. We were able to manipulate them to open the hidden door
Research concluded.
into the building. I'm going to pause it for a second, that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Revealing a vast control chamber. Although ignorant of its deeper workings, we gained basic understanding over the command using trial and error. Interrupting its functions produced an unexpected outcome. The derelict ruins of a long abandoned alien settlement appeared in the nearby valley, not volley. It seems the object was projecting a powerful cloaking mechanism. Excellent control of the chamber. We are now able to stabilize and expand the building's strange cloaking devices to cover the entire valley. It'll be great enhancement. Clear a shimmering
Nice.
structure blocker basic cloaking fields plus 20% in tech, and
Nice.
ancient cloaking device. So our bombardment is less. Nice.
Yeah, so you're going to get to go the sneaky shift dark sort of route of, hey, you can't see me.
Yep,
Which
and
actually
I-
they did improve quite well.
And ironically, it's probably the best options that I have here because I have survey speed, which would be nice. Field dynamic center, which we're not really focusing on research at the moment, so we don't need to worry
Consumer
about it.
goods into physics research, actually, that's not too bad. Because you've got a lot of consumer goods being produced.
Mm.
So having that as a slight little backup is not a bad thing. Like that, you're not chasing it by doing that. You're just like, oh, hey, I can just basically, turn my consumer goods into physics research. Yeah.
But is the active reconnaissance better?
Active reconnaissance is going to take 3 times as long. Because if you have a look at how much you've got there, it's 72,000. So it's twice as long to be able to do that, even with the little boost that you've got. So until you're building, until you've got enough science build up, that one's not going to be worth it. It's 224 months.
And it'll always be there since we built up a bit to it, right?
Exactly. Like that's never going to go away.
Then we'll go
Now
for
locked
field
in.
dynamic center.
Yeah, which is going to allow you to, again, turn consumer goods into physics.
Fair
And
enough.
I do apologize for Frodo. He is being very grumpy in my arms right now.
Oh,
Isn't
no
that
worries
right?
at all. Don't apologize at all. It's wonderful to end up having them and be able to enjoy your time with them. Unlock consumer benefits and marketplace of idea policies, which allows us to convert a portion of our trade into consumer goods in Unity. It's a shame it doesn't do it the other way around.
Oh, consumer goods and Unity into trade. You can do that with the buildings. Again, you can do it the other way around. That's generally how it works. But yeah, being able to get a little bit back is quite nice as well.
Okay, I'm going to go for trickle up economics because we'll boost up the trade while we can. Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
I'll press play again.
Go for it.
Cool, Abula. This is the other thing with this. Oh, first contact. What do we. Where?
System survey concluded.
Where?
We have
Game.
encountered spaceborne life forms.
Just go into your Don't worry about where. Just talk.
Oh, they are just space worms. Okay, in that case, I'm not going to research them.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to check.
It's. Yeah.
Is it worth investigating the space worms?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, fair enough. Put an envoy on it, so.
Nice.
Oh,
So one of the things that I picked up was xenolinguistics. So remember how I was talking about extra leaders, like ones from outside of my own species? I got it. So I got grants a small amount of influence, allows renowned leaders to appear, and my first contact speed is increased by 20%. So that gives me the starbase building the Interstellar Recruitment Office. And it's only going to take me 62 months to get. Yeah, that's awesome. Because it means that, like, basically I'll get some really good leaders coming through and going, oh, hey, yeah, I'm a totally different species to you, but I think you're awesome and I want to come and work with you. And they are significantly better than any of my people, like straight off the bat. And then while I have them working for me, I can boost them.
Obviously, this is very much like early game. We're not even near mid game yet.
Yeah. I mean, we're 15 years in. That's it.
Yeah. But as things stand at the moment, out of the two of us, you're probably the better off, right?
I don't know about the better off. I've made more contacts, and I've certainly gotten lucky with a couple of things. But I also have other forces right next to me. So, like, you're kind of on your own. You've got Fallen Empire there, and that's about it. Whereas I've got 3 empires right up next to me, who, like, at least one of them poses a threat. So I'm keeping. I've got all of my envoys currently engaged in trying to keep them all happy.
And of course, the minute you meet me, you're going to attempt to bribe me into cooperation.
I mean, unless you want to set up the Federation first, and then it's nice and easy.
I mean, yeah. So I'll be in charge of the Federation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because I don't want that responsibility. Screw that. What that was.
Is that the reason why in timelines everyone threw over the power of the Empress to Izzy?
Yep. Pretty much. They're like, we don't want to deal with this. Let her have it.
Construction completed.
At least it has finally been admitted. This planet has low habitability. If it's selected species, it'll increase. Yeah, fair enough, but we don't really care. Within the next 46 months, we'll end up having robots.
That's not too bad. Yeah, and then you can just focus on making sure that particular planet has pretty much only robots.
Mm-hmm. I'll be doing it with the next one beside it as well.
Pretty much, yeah. And the fact that you got, like, because I don't have robots, so that's a big advantage for you.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay. I have my first veteran leveled
Nice.
guy. So we have Explorer, which isn't going to end up happening. We have Scholar, which he's not going to be on a ship.
An anomaly.
So he's not a governor. So we kind of have to just pick statistician, right?
I mean, yeah, you can pick statistician. It's the one that I went for as well, and a little extra research speed is fine. The only reason I didn't select anything different is because I've kind of already locked people in, but don't be afraid to move people around as well. Sometimes it's worth it.
In his case, he's just everything is set up to be a bloody counselor, so there's no real point.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, when do you consider giving yourself a new kind of head of a planet or something like that? Is it only if the stability is low?
No, I usually put them in straight away while I can afford them, which is probably why my Unity's a little lower than yours, because I immediately put them in. Because if I can get a boost out of any of the officials especially, then I'm going to grab it.
Because I typically just leave the planets empty. I never really put a leader on a planet.
Nah, put the leader... if you can put a leader on a planet, put a leader on a planet. It will just make it
I can
life
afford
easier.
both, so I guess... What am I looking for? Guess the one with the 20-year lifespan.
Yeah, that's not too bad. At least they'll go for longer.
So that's on you, I suppose. If they have a sector governor, do you bother putting the leader on it as well?
Yes, because then it stacks.
Oh, okay, fair enough. God, all my leaders are shite. You're 27.
Yeah, they don't have to be
Official.
good to start with.
I mean, you're 27. We'll just put you on it. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, my first contact has happened with... who? Oh, it's still the worms. Never mind.
Yeah. Worm's gonna worm.
I wonder if we're going to come across the most dangerous people in all of this game, if we're going to come across the Mighty Ducks. It's either the Mighty Ducks or the Snails. They're never not the most dangerous people in this goddamn game.
This is true, this is true.
Block, my friend! What's a crack-a-lacking with you? It's all going good, it's all going grand, it's all going... Is life treating you good? We're down here chilling, relaxing, enjoying a bit of Stellaris. Would you believe 2 hours has already gone through and we've done fucking nothing?
He says nothing. And yeah, look at the numbers that he's pulling on Unity. Look at the numbers he's pulling on trade. Like, you haven't had one planet revolt yet or anything. You're doing fine.
Yeah, but I can be a cantankerous old fart.
Yeah. Now, key point to notice, you've hit 110. Oh, no, you're on 90. So,
yes.
Your crack is, in fact, 90.
Yay!
But, yeah, you're at 90 now. So you've got a little bit more wiggle room before it's, okay, I've got what I've got. I'm now just going to work on building that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty much fine anyway, because we have the planets there, and this was all that we were looking for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Although we found another observation post.
Worth it. Again, more diversity in your nations will make it so that you can gain some strength.
So we might end up expanding out there as well. But we'll see. We'll try and keep it contained. It's unfortunate that a thunderstorm happened for you, Block, but you know, it gives you more time to just genuflect and think about the craic, you know, the brilliance that is being showcased here. I am your lord, although I won't be listening. That was the most egotistical thing I could have said.
Look, I wasn't gonna say, but I mean, like, you know, I might not be a farmer, but I know bullshit when I hear it.
I might have no smell, but even I can smell that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, let's do that.
But yeah, we're definitely in that position now of, like, we've expanded about as far as we need to.
Yes.
And anything beyond this is just going to end up costing us, so it's good to just sort of, yeah, let it simmer a little bit, let it continue.
And when
on,
is it
and
that
then
you
sort of-
decide to just eat the entirety of the galaxy? Because I have seen streams where Simus has almost eaten the entirety of the galaxy.
So for the way that Simus does it, Simus always pushes towards that. So he picks fights, he goes through it. He's always chasing what's it called? The science. It's why he uses the lathe so much and things like that. Like he'll just take his
We have
entire
detected
population
an
and just stick
anomaly.
him in the blender and get science out of them because that's how he does things. And it's very effective because it's basically one of those situations of, like, from a intergalactic sort of position, he's just sitting there, you know, killing his own people, and everyone else is sort of sitting back and going, okay, well, I mean, he's not doing it to us, so I guess we'll leave him alone. And then very suddenly, he's everywhere, has all the technology, and outweighs everybody. And it's one of those things where I guess what's the word I'm looking for? The role play of Simus's sort of system is a little bit meta of, like, well, so long as I don't actually go and attack anybody, then they're not going to really come after me because I'm too strong and they know it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the way I sort of play it is a little bit more true to, like, an RP sort of role of, like, no, I'm going to be friends. I'm going to, you know, try and be nice. But if you do cross me, or if you do, you know, do something that my people don't like, well, our gloves are off. I'm going to take you, everything that you own,
System survey
the whole lot, and
concluded.
just destroy it.
So to answer your question, Blockbuster, this is a 4X grand strategy game by Paradox Developments. It's basically you take control of an interstellar civilization on a galactic stage and are tasked with exploring, colonizing, managing their region of the galaxy, and others if you decide to be that way. Encounter other civilizations, go into diplomatic, trade, or warfare, which with me has typically been warfare, which is the reason why Doom is actually explaining the game to me, because I'm not being a hostile prick yet. Big term there being yet, but yeah. Basically that's the idea of it. It is a game that you could easily sit down and spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours playing. It is fascinating to a stupid degree how fun this game can end up being. Oh, wouldn't you look at that? I'm after losing a science ship.
Oh, excellent.
So we have found
Just remember,
our first Leviathan.
Excellent. So now's the time to start building up that fleet.
Really? After seeing a Leviathan?
Yep. Because now you're going to start getting those threats come in, and it's going to be a matter of, like, all right, yeah, no, now we need some sort of amount of teeth.
Oh, Okay, I didn't know that the Leviathan could cause that to end up happening. That's
Construction
interesting.
completed.
Oh, it's the head of my science unit. Fuck.
Yep. I told you, once you stick him on a ship, he's gonna go and have fun.
I didn't even realize I had him on a ship. Fuck. Why didn't you warn me that he was on a ship?
System survey concluded.
I did, but you didn't listen.
Well, we have this scientist here at 34 that has the docking
Colony
speed and army
establishment has
upkeep, so
begun.
screw it. We'll put her as our new head scientist. But god damn it. And we'll build a new
How
science
much trade
ship.
you got?
How much what have I
trade
got?
do you have?
I now have... Where the fuck is my trade? I now have 51 plus, but AK.
Nice. I just cracked just shy of 11k, and I'm gonna spend pretty much all of it on just over 1,200 alloys. Yoink.
Oh. Weird. Maybe it wasn't a... Oh no, it is just an asteroid. It wasn't a Leviathan. Okay, so it was an asteroid that ate my... It was an asteroid that ate my ship, and I have the option to destroy the asteroid or capture it to recover the UNS Sagan. Interesting. Although I don't have a fleet strong enough to do it, and I don't think I'm going to build one fast enough to do it either. But time will tell on that one. Because it needs 1,000 power, so I think he's just gone. Yes, Doom is incredibly knowledgeable. Doom is probably the only person who is more technically prowessed than myself when it comes down to knowledge and capabilities.
It's like as I was saying to Dolphin yesterday when he was playing Cast and Chill, and I was giving him real life examples of fishing habits. It's brain full must empty. So if I have an opportunity to give information to people, I will, because my brain just absorbs information. Always.
I like to call it diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain.
Yeah, but if the information is useful, it's not exactly diarrhea, is it?
Interesting. So I have a war broken out on my civilization, where because I'm egalitarian, we can just end up giving praise to the revolutionaries and we lament their struggle, or we can remain impartial. And the difference is 25% more insight plus society gain, or a colossal whop of unity and gain towards the insightful technology. I think it's probably the unity. What do you think?
Now, given that you're already producing a lot of unity, you'd probably want to go for the societal, let's be honest.
Fair enough.
Because the thing is your unity's going to tick over just fine now. You don't need more. And this is where you can take that advantage of, like, I don't have all of these, research hubs going or anything like that. I can just get little bonuses here and there, and, suddenly I've got everything that I need.
Yeah, that was what I was curious about, because obviously that would end up doubling my unity, so you'd end up getting pretty much another tradition in the whole lot. So is it better to just wallop through, or what's the deal there? So that's why I was curious what you thought. But yeah, that makes sense. But yes, Doom is phenomenally intelligent about it. Comes from the Dolphin Simus Izzy community. And somehow has managed to deal with my complete and utter horse malarkey. But,
look, as I said, I've got enough Irish mates here in Australia. Yours is easy to deal with.
You haven't been around me when I'm drunk.
You haven't been around me when I'm drunk.
Touche, Senior Pussycat. That was a brilliant response back.
It goes both ways on that one.
100 pops died. Those poor, foolish bastards.
Yep.
I'm now at 102 empire size. So...
Yep.
Does creating a planet increase the... Does colonizing a planet increase the empire size? Okay.
Yep, so colonization, district systems, pops, like, it's going to go up from here no matter what, but you can slow it by just focusing on what you already have.
Yeah, I still think I'm right colonizing this Tundra world, even though it'll probably boost me over the 120. And taking the FTL civilization.
Yeah, and don't worry about trying to do the connection, just take the pre-FTL on its lonesome.
Am I better now waiting in terms of adding new traditions for some of the ones that are locked behind having particular technologies? Like
I'd say so, yeah. Now it's a matter of sort of sit back and just go, if you want to go cloning, then yeah, wait for it. And then you can sort of, focus in on what you've got, or you can even just save it.
Okay,
if you want to.
I found void worms, and basically the options are easy prey, which means 1,000 food for every void worm plus influence, or fascinating creatures. Does the fascinating creatures eventually, because I know I've done this before and I've never figured out how I did it, I know you can sometimes get void worms into your fleet. Does the fascinating creatures get you that particular option, or does it matter?
Yeah, it does. So what it does is it gives you the ability to study them further. Basically, it's just
well,
like,
I'll do that anyway.
Yeah, we want to check them out a little bit. These are really cool.
We're going to do that anyway, but I wonder if that's the right. Oh Jesus, 5,000 fucking research.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Which is worth more.
Research doesn't need to be fast. It happens
Is
anyway.
my diplomatic weight and embassy worth more than the void worms? Yes.
That's up to you.
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
So I think what is the
completed.
time would you be looking at for one save of this to end up going? Like, would it be 12 hours doing it, or how long do you think it'd end up being?
Playing this way, the way that I do, it's about a 40-hour game.
Ah, okay.
So, like, I'll play a game for about a month.
Nice. Well, then every now and again, when you feel like doing it, we can pop open the save if you want to and just continue at it.
Yeah. More than happy to, mate. More than happy to. Because, again, I think that a lot of people sort of get stuck into this idea of like, oh my gosh, but I've got to go so quickly and this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, you really don't. I mean, we're 20 years in. We're playing on slow. We're able to make decisions as they come. We're not rushing. There's little spurts of like, oh, hang on, we should probably pause because there's a shitload of stuff happening. But generally speaking, it just sort of ticks over, and we can make our decisions, and we can do things, and actually read stuff too.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
The Valerian frontrunners. Oh, greetings, human. You have no doubt we are the Valerians, are dedicated to research of all forms. You studied your species and determined that it is unlikely to last for more than a few centuries at best. To ensure continuation of the human species, the worst befell of your empire, we would like to acquire a part of your population for endangered species preserve. You construct a special reservation that perfectly mirrors the habitat of your species and its population to take care. What do you say? What do you typically do here?
Look, it's one of those things of you can have a look, like, fallen empires are difficult because doing whatever they want always is like that poison pill, right? Like it's gonna suck no matter what. People are gonna be unhappy, all of that sort of stuff. But also sometimes they will do something that actually turns into a huge boon and is worth the cost. One of the ones that I played through, it was like, oh hey, we're gonna mutate you. What would you like? Cool. And I took, a really nice one, and it turned out really, really well. I had no choice of what it was going to be, but it worked out really nicely. So it's a balance. Whereas, of course, now if you have a look at your, egalitarian sort of thing,
option, it's basically just piss off, yeah.
It's well, no, our people are free, get lost, that sort of thing. and it will make them
System
displeased.
survey
Now,
concluded.
how much do they currently like you? They currently like you quite a bit, so you can probably afford to displease them.
Role-playing wise, I'd never give up the population. However, at the same point in time, we're trying to be friendly and be willing to do migration treaties with everyone we meet. I know this is basically slavery, but at the same point in time, we can think of it as a migration treaty. So I'm going to use the Azeroth and Malekith viewpoint of, this isn't my fault, so screw it, go on, you can have them.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically someone's turned around and gone, if you happen to kill yourselves in a fiery ball of stupidity, don't worry, we've kept your species safe for eternity.
Okay,
and it's
I'm
like,
going to pause it for
okay.
one quick second. That okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Things are
after
popping
getting
off, yeah.
we're after getting the humans or the robots now. So in terms of the options I have here for the research,
remember your robots are gonna take a lot of materials and stuff like that. So here it's a matter of doing your Corvette builds is probably the direction to go, because like as we've said, you're gonna need to be able to produce ships pretty quickly now.
But the materials I would go for the robots.
Well, that's not materials, that's research.
Okay, fair enough. Then in that case, we'll go with the Corvette. Now that they've opened the borders with us.
Yeah.
Okay, how happy are they with me now?
Probably pretty dang happy.
170. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's great. Check what you can ask. You can probably get your trade deals with them now.
Did 1,000 before anything is offered, but fair enough, we'll see.
Yeah, that's easy enough. I mean, they're still only patronizing of you.
Okay, so we can't get the sensors. Can't get communications. And we can't get a single resource, so we can get absolutely nothing off them. That's nice to know.
They don't want to play ball.
That's beautiful. So I gave my people for nothing.
It'll happen.
We have a new president coming in a bit so as well, so I don't care about the presidential election. Let them have fun on that one. Okay.
Sometimes it's worth chasing though, because if your current president is like just a little bit off, it's worth spending the unity to make sure that they stay in power.
I mean, she's stability and has leadership gain. She's actually fine, and I think she is the most likely. How do you check when you accidentally closed it?
When it showed up, you should be able to go into your government and then let me see here. Sure. Society management. Might be under your situation log.
Empire focus. Oh yeah, iron official. Good. Survey system done there. Nice. Complete 3 agendas. Okay. Victory anomalies. Nope. Situation log. Government. No. Society management. No. Technology. No. Leaders. No. Species. No. Planet. No.
I thought it would be under your situation
ruin in
log.
this case, it won't matter. If it turns out bad for me, it turns out bad for me for being a tit. I'll pass more sense in it the next time. The question I was going to have for you is, once this planet is finished colonizing, in order to do the robots straight away, is it just go and immediately
You just have to build
down the assembly?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, plonk down the assembly as fast as possible. I'd probably put 2 down.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, I'd put down 2 because they're a little expensive to run, but once you've got them sort of producing as quickly as possible, then you're not going to have to worry about the people. And you can also, while you're on that planet, you can also make a decision. So if you go to management and then go to decisions, you can actually discourage planetary growth, which will stop. It'll cost you unity to do it, but while it's on, your people won't produce as much, and therefore, you can get away with a little bit more.
Coolaboola. We're going unity. We're going urban anyway there for this. And then in management, I'll do it once it's spawned. Now, just before we start again, I'm going to go for a quick lube break, so I'll be back in one quick second, okay?
Alright, I'll do the same.
So, off light.
Oi.
Salutations, everyone. I have returned it. How are you doing, Doom?
Doing good, doing good. Just going through my things. My first colony is now up for a specialization. I went with urban expansion. Sky World is due for one.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's the capital planet upgrade specialization, is it?
No, so the I went to planetary administration, which now allows me to do the next stage.
Mm-hmm. I think
So
I
your
just
planetary
abased that.
capital upgrade is next as well.
Yeah, I think I just abased that, because in all of my ones I can end up doing the specialization straight away, and I have done.
Yeah, pretty much. So you'll do your first one, and then your specialization comes afterwards, which generally requires a population greater than 1,000.
Mm. So on your planets, when you have deficiencies, like these planets here have deficiencies in energy credits, food, and materials, should I build the districts in order to achieve that, or just let that continue to eat?
Nah. Let that continue, because the thing is, you're going to have others that are producing positive, and you basically let other planets sort of cover things. Now, one thing that some people can sort of fall into, and this is again that sort of metagaming thinking, is some people will go, oh, this is my research planet, and the only thing it does is research. Like every single resource is only towards research. And so the problem with that is that if someone's clever enough and have enough knowledge about your systems, they can skip all of your planets and go for the one that produces all of your energy, take it over, and suddenly none of your stuff works. Your entire empire collapses. And that's, the too many eggs in one basket situation.
That makes sense. And is the AI in the game clever enough to figure that out?
Very much so.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Probably not at this difficulty.
And I've seen it happen. At this difficulty, they'll do a little bit of it, but if all of your planets, support each other, but do so by being the only one that produces something, you're gonna get shafted one way or another, no matter what.
Fair enough. So, will I continue on, or do you do it while she's paused?
No, continue on.
Good about it. Do you think, considering it was announced there at Gamescom, do you think you might end up getting a Europa Universalis 5?
No. Never played the Europa series, not something that I was particularly interested in playing.
The Crusader Kings series got me more than the Europa series now myself.
Yeah, and I play Crusader Kings myself, and Crusader Kings I enjoy much more, have a lot more fun with it. So
I do wish they'd make 3 not such a horribly optimized piece of shit. Like, it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game, but fuck me, is there so many problems launching that game.
I mean, it's one of those situations where you just go, they're pushing for something that is within a band of acceptable, that they go, well, we consider anybody who's playing this game to have at minimum this setup, and if they don't have that, then they're probably not going to be interested in our game to begin with. And it's like, that's not always the most accurate sort of way of thinking, but it is what it is.
System survey concluded.
Just after checking there, Streamer Bot is actually up and running. That's something I should have checked 2.5 hours ago, but still. Have you seen the new upgrade?
I have not. I know you've been tinkering with it.
Yeah, they've upgraded it now to an actual 1.0 release, so an official release of the application, and they've finally made it look like in modern application. There are certain issues with it, like I was mentioning there with Siamus before when we were talking about voice mod. I particularly enjoyed Voice Mod 2.0. Now I recommended Simus get 3 and just start off with 3.
Yeah.
But I particularly enjoyed
Yeah, because
2.0.
if you've had the old,
Yeah.
if you've had the old system and that's the one you like, then you can't really change
Yeah.
out.
The bastards don't have connections with 2.0 anymore, so I had to upgrade to 3.0.
Yep. Now you got to deal with the whole new system.
I mean, thankfully 3.0 isn't actually bad. It's just some of the voices I had aren't exactly there
Construction
anymore.
completed.
So, like, to give an example, it's still good, but this voice isn't as good as the one that I had before. Bear with me 1 second. My favorites here, not you, should be there. Yeah, it is this one.
So, it's still good, and still has the whats to it that it had before, but the other one had a bit of jealousy.
I mean, look, it's down to preferences, and if it was wanted well enough, then some clever boffin would certainly make it
Council
work.
agenda ready.
There's
Oh, yeah.
probably a patch for it.
It's all coolaboola, as they end up saying. You know yourself. Okay, now I need to make a new council agenda. Restructure open markets, commercial pact efficiencies. Not worth it yet. Automatically settlement destination chance, monthly trade, xenophile ethics attraction. I haven't met people yet, so there's no point. I'm going to have 2 new planets. Stability could be nice, and 2 new planets that the people are going to hate until the robots are set up. So the inner stability might be good for that.
Stability is going to be very good for that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with inner stability, yep.
Yep.
Oh, cool, it's built. Okay, so first thing we do is robot and robot. Oh. It's not giving me the option to build the robot assembly twice. That's weird. Can you only build it once?
Might have to do it on the specialization.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which specialization would it be for that?
What have you got?
Administrative hub, planetary defenses, generator, mining, commercial, physics, research, archives, mixed industries, urban expansion. I guess
it might be
check-
mixed industries.
if
or
it's
it might
not
even be
in
heavy
administrative
industry.
hub.
It should tell you when you hover over it.
It doesn't seem to. Oh,
Feel free to pause.
System
I
survey
will do, because I'm
concluded.
getting this pop up here as well. Unified Council has demonstrated incredible leadership by uniting the Council and ensuring the effective administration of our society, making statistics, traditions, and diplomacy managed to appease not only the other Council members, but supply of factions. Okay. So,
Yeah.
my new president is
you-
actually... Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's a shame it doesn't tell you what bloody buildings you can build in them.
Oh. Yeah, because if you hover over, yeah. No, you might only be able to build the one. Just leave it at 1 for now anyway. You haven't got the pop to build much more beyond that anyway.
But I do want to know what the button that's specialist. If I could end up building a second one, that'd be awesome. But
I mean, you can always change it anyway.
I guess we go with mixed industries anyway and see, because that is material based, and the robot assembly is alloys. Well, maybe it's heavy.
But you're gonna need the alloys anyway. You're gonna need the alloys anyway, so you may as well do the mixed industry and get the alloys out.
Yeah, and then we have another unity, which we will do toward this. Screw it. Okay. Yeah. What do you do with your construction ship when you're not expanding, by the way?
I generally use it to. I just let it sit there, honestly. I upgrade anything that I can upgrade, but otherwise I just let it sit there. It's not terribly, like if I've expanded literally as far as I'm going to expand, I'll then drop in the white blue yonder until it dies.
Okay, fair enough. Then, okay, I think we can go again unless you have anything you want to check.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool, cool.
Go for it.
Has it hit 8 o'clock yet over there for you?
Nope. Only 7.
The joys. You'll be going straight out after we end up finishing to the chickens, getting a couple of eggs, and making yourself something nice for breakfast.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about a nice bit of rice and scrambled egg for brekkie this morning.
That's an interesting
That and a little
combination.
bit
What
of
type of
tomato
rice?
sauce. Oh, just plain old jasmine rice works just fine. Basmati rice works like any rice. But you do your rice, add a little bit of butter, take your eggs, stick them in the fry pan, and scramble them up. I usually do my eggs with just a dash of milk and then some salt, pepper, a little bit of chili, and then maybe a bit of soy sauce. And then throw that all in together.
Something
and really
I've
nice.
been experimenting with as well, because as I told you before, I put the protein powder and the creatine hydrate into my eggs, so the milk has actually ended up dissolving it down a wee bit, so the whisking it actually is a wee bit better. And I've added in soy sauce, and it doesn't seem to change the taste that much. And I've always wondered whether
it gives you some good
due
salt
to the fatness that's in soy sauce.
Yeah. Well, the soy sauce is all about your salts and minerals and stuff like that. So, soy sauce is good. It adds a little bit of a flavor profile. If you're not tasting too much of it, then add a little extra. Never a bad idea.
Yeah, I need to start experimenting with food. At some point in time, I'll end up doing it. Was I telling you too? I went and I got a full diagnostics health upgrade done with my bloods.
Yeah, you did say that. Hopefully, the little things that have popped up are
So
starting
everything
to
is
have a
fairly
direction to
good,
go.
thankfully. Now I am obese, but I'm actually going to the GYM, so my obesity isn't as bad as it can be, which is the one good thing about that.
Obese is, if they're using the BMI, it's an outdated system that shouldn't be used.
Yeah. So like in my particular case,
BMI is bullshit.
Yeah. In my particular case, I am fine on most parameters. I have surprisingly, considering the amount I drank in my younger years, I have surprisingly good liver control, all that type of stuff. Everything is going particularly well. I do have one negative that isn't a negative via the charts of today. So, do you know what the average male's testosterone level is meant to be at?
I haven't got the numbers straight off the top of my head, but it's generally expected to be a little bit higher than what most males do have.
Yeah, so the range they give you, the insane fox, is 5 to 35.
Yeah.
And the average male of my age threshold is between 24 and 32.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine's 6.
System survey concluded.
Yeah, but again, that doesn't mean shit because, I mean, given looking at your beard and everything like that, your testosterone level's just fine for you.
Yeah.
Again, one of the things that I've always sort of joked about is, you get into pathology and all of that sort of stuff, and people end up elbow deep in somebody's uncle because they've donated themselves to science, and they go, "Oh, this person's got this," and the professor goes, "Oh, well, they mustn't have read the textbook then."
Yeah.
Because there's no such thing as textbook.
Yeah,
If it works for you and if it's actually not bad for you, then it's not a concern.
So I went to a specialist about it, someone who's
We have
into
detected
TRT and
an
ends up
anomaly.
checking all of those particular
Yeah.
regiments and all that type of stuff. He turns around and he thinks it might
Yeah.
be one of the reasons why I end up having kind of mood swings and depressive spells and blah 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 blah.
Oh
blah.
yeah.
But he basically
Yeah.
recommended that I end up going on TRT supplements, which is fine.
Yeah.
And he was going to end up putting on
Yeah.
a side supplement onto it to keep, natural TRT growth happening. But it basically almost confirms infertility if you do it.
Pretty much, and like one of the things that you can do instead is you can start having a look at dietary stuff that you can do that can increase testosterone. But not only that, but often when it comes to testosterone, it's environmental as well as far as being able to increase that. So if your body's demands are that you're not needing that much testosterone, then your body won't produce it. That's a typical thing of the thyroid, because the thyroid does control it. And so if your thyroid's just like, well, we don't use that much testosterone, we don't need it, so whatever, like let's just not bother. And that's generally what ends up happening for a lot of people is they end up in a position where their body's just not producing it because it doesn't think it needs it.
Yeah.
And so going to the gym, going and doing all of that sort of stuff, and being able to put yourself in a position where you're telling your body, no, we need this stuff. We actually need to keep these sorts of levels going. Then you get an improvement out of it overall.
Yeah, I'm currently going through that kind of process now of determining what to do, whether or not to freeze some stuff and go on the goddamn thing, or what to end up doing. Of course, everything is bloody money.
Of course it is. So that you wouldn't be talking about healthcare if it wasn't money.
In Ireland, if you wanted to do cryometrics, it costs an initial €400 and then €300 a year after that. And there are some spots that turn around and give you a nudge that you need to give a donation every year.
Yep, pretty much. And that's just, standard privatization of any kind of healthcare that happens. Not much to do about that, unfortunately.
Joys of it.
The only other thing you can do is take a trip to Cuba.
Oh, hey, what's in Cuba?
I mean, I'm being honest. Cuba has some of the best healthcare in the world. It's all socialized. People go to Cuba for a holiday, and because you're visiting, you can essentially get free healthcare.
Interesting.
There's some of the best systems over there for, especially for genetic therapies and things like that, because they're just like, we let any citizen who has the aptitude and has the desire to go and become a doctor to go and become a doctor. Here you go for it.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, I love when places end up doing that. Scotland ends up having free university fees for anyone that goes into the medical trade. Which, to be honest, is kind of right, because you're sacrificing practically the entire year of life if you go into medicine.
Yeah, pretty much. And, like we talk about it nowadays. I went into medicine myself.
We have encountered spaceborne life forms.
When I was there, the only reason I didn't complete it was because someone invented a new machine that replaced pretty much 90% of the work that I was going to be doing. And it was like, well, do I bother? Do I take on another $100,000 worth of debt to do this? Or do I go and do something else? And I was like, no, there's no point putting money after that on something like this. It won't actually pay off. There's no way it's going to pay off.
Situation
Because ultimately speaking, you end up $120,000 in debt on a system that will charge you interest on it. And even if you spend 10 years working in the field, you might maybe start earning just enough money to pay off those debts by the time you're 50.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah. Medical debt is a horrible pain, or like college debt is a pain in the arse. I'm thankful that I don't have a single dime of. I got magically lucky in my situation, so.
Yeah, and you know, if you can find yourself in a situation in which you don't need to borrow money to go and do things like that, then you know, great. But you know, there also are a lot of people who unfortunately find themselves in the position of saying, well, this is my only option. And I mean, hell, I knew a guy who I worked with when I was in doing banana inspections for a grocery chain, and he was a neurosurgeon in Egypt. But because Australia doesn't recognize any of his qualifications, you know, he can't work here. And I was like, okay, so why are you here, you know, looking at bananas? Like, what's the point? And he's like, well, because I want my kids to go to private school here so as that they can go and get all of the qualifications that are recognized, and then they can work in the field that I worked in. And it was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because the thing is like, the dude was a freaking neurosurgeon. Like, he was more than capable, had all the education. Like, the stuff that he learned was exactly what we would learn here in Australia. The only difference is that, you know, the Australian government doesn't give the big green tick to, you know, the particular university that he went to. And dude was capable. Dude had performed something like, you know, nearly 4,000 or 5,000 brain surgeries. Like, it was ridiculous.
System survey concluded.
I am making my way over towards you, slowly.
Yeah, you'll probably make it before I do. I'm not my
Research concluded.
This game, without going down the signetic path route, which is behind, you can only build one. Yeah, it says you can only build one. I tried to search it up there because the mixed industries didn't do it. So.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, they'll be producing anyway, so it'll be fine.
Okay. We're not expanding anymore, so I think the research station output is probably wrong. It might actually be best based on the options I have here to go for the cloak, wouldn't it? Or am I wrong on that?
No. I would say go for the research station output, because you might not be expanding anymore, but if you can increase anything based on what you already have, then that is an advantage.
What's this? Insight breakthrough imminent. We are gathered enough information to create a new insight technology and explore further next time we go down there. I don't. What does that mean? Oh crap! What? Okay, hostile fleet. Where's this? Huh? The fuck? Oh, it must be. What the fuck are bogies?
Oh, that's what they're just called at the moment, but yeah, that's a very hostile fleet.
Fucker Dockenham. At least it didn't destroy my ship. But wow.
Yeah.
That legitimately scared me a bit. And who says Stellaris doesn't give you some action? Oh, fuck a duck in a handbasket. Wow.
Yeah.
Immediately
I think those guys are not worth pissing off.
Yeah, that was funny, you know. Oh, organic singularity. And oh, okay. Can I pause for a second?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Where is this? Okay, so this is the group that we were talking with before. So this is my pre-civilization that are in the Steam age now. Have discovered a previously unknown space of molluscoids. I have no idea what that is, but fair enough. On its own, each of these creatures barely qualify as sentient. No, sapient. Sapient? Yeah, sapient. However, when two or more are joined through physical contact, they form a semi-conscious node. Theoretically, these nodes could be capable of exponential growth and cognitive power. Simply put, the people have stumbled onto a biological thinking machine. Given time, this discovery could herald the advent of an organic singularity. Our policy is never to interfere, but we really could afford to stand by this. Okay. What do you recommend?
Look, so the mollusks, they're basically slug people. It's going down the route of biological. You were talking about, having robots and things like that. It might not be what your people want. Right?
Okay.
But it's one of those things of like when they talk about a singularity, it's that moment of consciousness. So when we talk about like AI singularity, it's the moment that AI becomes actually a conscious being and then decides that it doesn't need to listen to us. And that's the same with the slugs. It's like, oh hey, if enough of these get together, they potentially could actually be smart enough to like think for themselves as a group. That could be a problem. I mean, like quite literally, that's a devouring hive mind sort of situation. Especially if their entire motivations prior to that were eat lettuce.
Yeah. So if their motivation was to eat humans, this could become a problem.
Or they could
wipe them out.
Yeah, but also they could ultimately become a very useful tool as far as biological information storage and computing. Goes a little bit of both ways.
So it's probably like we're not exclusively going down the route of robots. It's just that 2 of our planets are big enough that the robots help an incredible amount for the resources we get off of it. So it's probably good to promote the singularity, considering we do want to be negotiating with other people. Even though it breaks the edict, it probably is better to just promote it, right?
I mean, if that's the direction you want to go with it, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Let's do that, so. Okay, we can press play again. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm still bloody reeling a bit after seeing that bloody monstrous amount of firepower. Like, that had to have been the guts of almost 100,000 military power.
Quite easily. Yeah.
Like, when it's not a fallen empire, that does scare you a bit.
Oh, yeah.
What stockpile are we doing? Physics. Why are we running? Oh, I know why. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you worked it out?
Yeah, we're minus 21 physics research because we ended up promoting it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that just stops our technology gain,
being colonized.
but like, it doesn't do anything negative being minus 121 or minus 1 physics research, does it?
No.
So we kind of gamed
like
the system a bit there.
A little bit, yeah.
Probably need to speed up the growth of my alloys quite significantly. So I probably need to put a wee bit of investment into minerals and alloys. The fastest way to do that.
Likely the case. It is something that I'm starting to do now, is I'm starting to increase my mineral and alloy output.
Is the way to do that just build mining districts and then build the alloy foundry?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I mean, like for my Empire capital, I just did a alloy foundry and
System survey concluded.
Some specializations. It really wasn't, anything particularly difficult.
There's no real
Balance
building
it
that
how you
ends
will.
up getting you minerals other than the district, right?
Yeah. Well, you've got the districts, you've got what you find in space, that sort of thing. I get most of mine from space. I don't really worry too much about the mining districts and things like that. So,
That for now.
nice, I just unlocked my generator district specialization.
Yeah, I haven't unlocked any of that, and I might be getting it for a bit.
Yeah, it's going to take a hot minute.
Okay, progress towards the organic singularity continues at pace. Conscious recognizes much of the planet's agricultural production, increase crop yield, raising standards of living. Already the people are relinquishing their decision-making to the biological machine. Ah, shite. I suppose that's what we recommended.
It'll happen. it'll happen. You know, if you're gonna push for it.
Imagine if we accidentally make the humans into a hive mind.
I mean, that is possible.
Oh, you get societal research off 3. That's interesting.
Mhm.
I have a faction at 100% satisfaction. That can't stay for long.
I mean, as long as it's working, it's working.
I love how my naval capacity is 21. However, my ship capacity is 50.
System survey concluded.
Yes.
Unexplored wormhole. So, like, at unexplored
Anomalous
wormholes,
readings
is it
registered.
almost worth your time taking the system and just plonking up a starbase when it's that close to you?
If it's close to you, sure, but again, it's if you're just grabbing it for the sake of grabbing it,
maneuvers.
sometimes it's not worth it.
I really need to know what these arseholes are, because they're. I think we might have 2 fallen empires, even though we only said it for the.
Oh yeah,
one.
probably. No, there should only be one then.
Yeah, because that crew is definitely a fallen empire. The front runners. 'cause
They
it
might be
says it's a
fractured.
fallen empire.
Anomalous
Oh, it
readings
could be mercenaries.
registered.
Could be.
Right, if the mercenaries right beside me, that could be a pain in the arse.
This is true too. Again, building up that military strength now and just sort of going, all right, let's push this, let's go.
Yeah, I'm at 1,000 strength now. I'd say you're probably way above that, are you?
Running at 1.2k at the moment. But I can go a little higher.
It's reaching interface of the nodal consciousness is reaching a saturation point. All bureaucratical decisions have been delegated to the organic hive mind. And the results are nothing short of spectacular. The planet's economy is booming and the people have achieved a standard of living, and they're becoming increasingly aware that we're promoting it. Fair enough.
I mean, if it seems to be working just fine.
So long as the hive mind listens to me, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If it stops listening
All
to
I'm
me,
reminded of,
then we have a problem.
all I'm reminded of is that Love, Death, Robots episode where the porridge takes over.
Yeah.
No, it was the yogurt.
Yeah, we have discovered a spaceborne organism that shelters known as the cultoids. These creatures ambush predators that are capable of living in wait several years, capable of engulfing entire ships. Yeah, I didn't get to my ship in time, by the way, but never mind that. Yeah,
An
study them further.
alien nation is hailing us.
So we have 2 bits of research we need to do at some point in time, but that'll be future Craic's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is my scientist, by the way?
Floating around somewhere.
Wait time. Jesus, hurry up. You should have enough time to get down there. He's doing 1 survey and then going down to the research speed, but he should end up making it a time. Have you had to fight any of your neighbors yet?
Neighbors? New. I've got them all liking me well enough. 2 of them have essentially become subservient to me, and the last one is they're okay. They like me. I've got like a plus 400 with them, so you know.
So with that being the case, if it was to come around, you're probably the most likely to take lead in the Galactic Council.
If I accept it.
Our work to promote singularity is already paying dividends. By now, the planet is almost entirely networked, with much of the day-to-day decision-making going over the nodal consciousness. However, in an effort to streamline processes, certain basic amenities have been eliminated, and it's growing increasingly clear to the planet's people that the molluscoid machine may have its own design. Okay. I have a feeling that the entire planet is going to become a robot at this particular point in time. It's like that Dragon Ball villain, Emperor Russo in Dragon Ball GT, which is an epic villain, by the way. The design and the way that it works is brilliant. I know an awful lot of people don't like GT, but there's so much potential in that goddamn show that was just squandered by rush production.
Yeah, I mean, GT was plenty fine.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
I genuinely think that's my favorite version of Goku. Now that is...
Look,
I realize that is an incredibly controversial take, but I think that's my favorite version of Goku.
I think that the reason why it does make for a good version of Goku is because they basically went from the position of like the original plan being that during the Cell Saga
Situation
games,
log has been updated.
that you know, Goku
Gohan
was going to die.
Over, yeah.
Gohan was meant to take over. That was the original plan, but you know, Goku was proving to be too popular, and they just sort of went, "We can't actually afford to kill this guy." So, yeah.
The singularity has dawned. Within hours of its ascension, the hive mind has absorbed more than 90% of the planet's population. A few individuals who remain are already being hunted down. We stand witness to the birth of a singularity consciousness. This concludes the singularity situation. Does that mean that we now have a hive mind in our organization, or what does that mean?
We'll find out. Have a look. Pause if you need to.
I will for a second, because I can begin espionage on them, so that might be good. Okay. There's no image, and that noise! Noise! Oh, okay. I think we need to build a spy network against them, because we want them on our side, but... Smuggle the population! Oh,
brilliant.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll begin networking on it. We're not given any other information, then we'll destroy this asteroid. Yeah, we can continue on, so...
Yeah.
That might become a bite in the air to crack later on, but screw it. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, but what I like so... Oh, okay. First civilization, reports from our spy masters unaware... Okay, I'm going to pause it for 1 second just so I can read this. We have received word from a clandestine report that spy master Nijeng inside of the Cyrodiil civilization, or Sival civilization, that marks the foundation of our first spy network within the world, is still unaware of alien life. Well, yeah, 90% of it is dead. Or amalgamated into a hive mind. But we knew that. It is an incredible opportunity to study pre-FDL society, steer it more pro-possible. We cannot risk stabilizing their civilization. Okay, whatever. So that was just a whole lot of nothing. I think what I like most about GT Goku is that although he's still hungry for the fight, he fights with a level of intelligence and intellect that he doesn't showcase in Super, and he doesn't showcase... He showcases it somewhat in Buu. He knows that he has to give up the time to go Super Saiyan 3 to stall for Trunks. And all of GT is Goku planning. Yes, he basically becomes the opposite of a Mary Sue, whatever it is. I think it's, what is it, John Doe? No, the John Doe is... Harry Smith or whatever the fuck it is. He does basically become that because he is by far the most powerful thing there. But I like how intelligent and smart he is in fighting. So that's the reason why I love that version of Goku. Yeah, well,
because the point being is that he is...
We have detected an anomaly.
He is at his prime at that point.
Yeah.
And that allows him to be the not necessarily the smug sort of situation, but he's definitely able to sort of be like, no, I've got this worked out.
And even though he was
which,
away
has
for
its
10
own value.
years, he knows people, and he knows the situation sharp enough to be able to tell something. Like when he meets baby Gohan, he immediately knows that it's not Gohan because of how confident he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just awesome, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shame animation-wise and the whole lot it wasn't up to snuff. In my opinion.
Oh yeah, that was what's gonna happen.
Also, that enemy, like they didn't plan on what they were going to do with him, but Baby is probably one of the most unique ideas that they've come up in any show like that.
Mm-hmm. It's been a long time since I've watched, but I do agree.
Like, it's really funny too, because that Baby saga takes place is half the show. And then after Baby, they open the gates of hell, which is another phenomenal idea, and they do that in
We have
9
detected
episodes.
an anomaly.
So they just rush through the entire lot of it. Like the idea of the Android 17 that was brought back to life. This was the first time this was even considered.
An
That
alienation is aliens.
when the Dragon Balls were used in Cell's time, that by the way, they were Marauders.
Yeah.
We figured they were. We might hire a leader of them later on, but the fact that
System
was the first
survey
time that
concluded.
it was pretty much confirmed that 17 was brought back to life when everyone was brought back to life in Cell, and then they brought that into Super as well, and everyone thought it was fucking such a visionary idea in
Knowledge is
Super
the
when they'd
key to
done it
the
years
universe.
beforehand.
Mhm.
Okay. Planetary infrastructure build plus 25% automation buildings. What does automation buildings do? What type of building is that? I don't think I've ever done it.
Automated districts. So that sounds like it would be your machine builders.
I think
so
I
that
have to
sounds
go
like
for it
something
anyway,
that-
but that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it's also funny that they had the chance in GT to do a really funny thing that happened in the Janemba movie. Do you ever watch the Dragon Ball movies?
No, I did not.
Okay, so the Dragon Ball movie called Dragon Ball Rebirth. And
Oh yeah,
It's-
I've heard of it.
yeah, it's the one where Gogeta is first introduced. It's the first time we ever see Gogeta. And it's the first time it's the only time we ever see Janemba. Such a cool design too. But effectively because it blows up, and effectively because they blow up the Soul Gatherer in Purgatory. And they release everyone, and they end up releasing on Earth. And there's a very infamous scene where Goten and Trunks have to fight Adolf Hitler.
That's
It's actually really, really funny, but it's been cut out of multiple streaming sites, as you could probably imagine. It's really, really funny. R.I.P. Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope that bloody replacement does a good old job of it, but supposedly there's only going to be one last segment of it before
Knowledge
they're
is the
finishing it up
key to the
completely, so we'll see
universe.
what ends up happening there.
Oh, I think they'll do just fine, and the fact that they're going to finish things up, I think, is actually a pretty good sort of way to do it.
Oh, I don't know what to pick
It
here.
does have to come to an end.
I don't know what to pick here. Because we don't really worry about food at the moment. The Edict Fund is fine, although it does end up giving us more bureaucracy routes. The Xeno aesthetics could be useful because it gives us more available envoys and damage to rivals if we end up having them. I think it has to be the bureaucracy, doesn't it?
I mean, bureaucracy is a good way to go, especially if you're building up.
Yeah, screw it, we'll go with that. And then we'll delay it by actually doing the research on the void worms.
Pretty much. Nice. My next ship shelter upgrade has happened.
So you're upgrading your ships now, are you?
It's my second one now. Not my ship, my colony.
Oh, so you've gotten a planetary capital, have you?
2 of them, yeah.
Oh, nice. So what specialization did you put down for your planetary capital?
So for the planetary capitals, they're following what I set for the planets. So one's a unification center, one's an urban world.
How do you see how quick the robot is being constructed?
It should be in your management, and then it should say how fast they're being produced.
Okay, so you were saying we can change this so that we're not focused on. Okay,
Yeah, so that's
discourage
in
planetary
your
growth,
yep, in your decisions.
but increases pop upkeep. Why would it increase pop upkeep for
Council
telling them
agenda
not to have
ready.
sex?
Because you need to encourage, because they need other things to distract them.
Okay. Stop robot. Well, no, we want that. I think it is better to do this, right, on this planet, right?
System survey
Yeah,
concluded.
basically, because you don't want the pops going too far.
Okay. We'll do it on this one as well. Okay.
Alright, I've got my first ascension.
Happy out. What are you going for?
Transcendent learning. Increased leader experience, decreased leader upkeep, and increased scientist capacity. I'm also now part of the Galactic community.
Part of the what?
Galactic community.
Oh, cool. I haven't even gotten that option yet. Is there any point in making luxury residence for hotels or for robots? Because they don't use amenities,
No.
do they? Yeah.
They don't use it.
Interesting. So in the planets where I have the robots, it's okay to have no amenities, right?
You're still going to have some amenities because you do still have people there, but the amount that is required is going to be pretty good.
Because I
System
currently have
survey
minus
concluded.
361 and minus 245 on the X planets because of the amount they're using. Now I have plus 1.5, 1.3, and 4.4 on the other planets. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm positive in amenities, but does it matter for the planet that they're
Yeah,
on?
that particular, yeah. It doesn't matter for that planet because the actual supply that they have is less than
Okay.
because amenities is not a resource in itself, it's a metric within just that planetary system. And so, even if you've got positives on the others, that won't transfer.
Okay, fair enough.
It'd be like, oh, hey, on this in this town we've got 3 McDonald's, so you can always get yourself a cheeseburger. But you're not going to drive, the better part of an hour and a half to go and get that cheeseburger and then take it back home again.
It's funny
because
that you
it's just
say
far
that
away.
because somewhere in Colorado, I think, an In-N-Out was opened up, and there literally was people traveling 5 hours to go to.
But that's got nothing to do with the convenience of it. That's just got
Oh, yeah,
to do
no, I
with
know.
the hey, I don't have to drive 15 hours to get to it.
Yes. It also tells you an awful lot about American society that they'd even be fucking willing to travel 5
I mean-
hours for a fucking burger.
Dude, but here's the thing. A Carl's Jr. opened up in Sydney. People were flying across the country to go to it.
Really?
An In-N-Out opened it, yes. An In-N-Out opened, just a pop-up one opened here in Australia. And people literally flew in from fucking England while they were on holiday. And went, no, we're going back to Australia. So it was like, yeah, it's stupid. It's so stupid.
So what you're basically saying is, what I need to do here in Ireland is get the license to have an In-N-Out.
Pretty much, yeah. Because I guarantee you'll have every fucker turning up just going, I'm here to eat.
Yeah. So I'll have to start doing the research materials now to end up finding a spot for a town that is full of nothing but restaurants to end up opening up an In-N-Out. Fair enough.
Pretty much, yeah. It's $1.6 million to get the licensing, though. I can tell you that.
Jesus Christ!
They know what they're worth.
I mean, fair play.
Hey.
Yeah, if you know what you know, you know what you know. Fucking value yourself.
Look,
what you think you can get.
Yeah, having had In-N-Out, it's a pretty good burger. I like it.
There's a spot in here where I am that's a Shake Dog, and they have Mr. Beast Burger in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere near anything that he makes.
I mean, it's actually not a bad burger, funnily enough.
Sure, but it's also probably capable of giving you 7 types of cancer.
I can't deny that. Although in Ireland, we do thankfully have a rule where you do have to state the origin of your meat, and you cannot lie about that. It is quite a significant fine in order to do it. So in his particular case, it probably is different to the other meats, but it does state that it's Irish meat. That doesn't mean that it's Irish fucking synthetically made meat. These fucking assholes.
I mean,
Go on, piss
of
off.
course they are. I mean, the thing is that, like, he's been caught out before, and the relative cost in the fine to versus what it cost him to do stuff, what he earned by doing the wrong thing was minuscule.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be like other people who turn around and say he's just a bane of bloody existence on human Earth and the whole lot. He's an incredibly vain fecker, but he's almost a billionaire now. Most billionaires are vain bastards. You don't become a billionaire without fucking trampling over a few feet. And in his particular case, at least he has done some shit. Like, he actually did open the water wells in Africa, and he did look after them. But you know the level of
they also,
but
they also owe him an extreme amount of money.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
like, he didn't do it for free.
Concluded.
Yeah,
like that was the thing that, like, he got pulled up on, was like, yeah, no, you went there and did it, but you quite literally charged them for the pleasure of it.
Is it?
Maybe not.
Is it worth expanding to take those 13 materials? Probably
not. Nope, not worth it.
Even though the terraforming candidate would screw. Anyway.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
If it's unless you have terraforming, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. But, like, the primary example of him being an entitled arse is himself, XQC, and Aiden Ross broke the record for the most amount of money ever obtained in a live stream, which is a beautiful record to end up having. Fair play to them for doing it. It's not exactly an easy thing to do. I accidentally gave him the wrong upgrade. Fuck, I'm not gonna ask him, never mind.
Yeah, it happens.
And he turned around and he said all over Twitter, as one might end up doing, that I raised the 12 million quid, not even, acknowledging the 2 other people that were heavily involved and probably systematic in order to achieve it, But you have to take the good with the bad.
Well, sometimes.
Anomalous readings registered.
I'm actually really curious why my naval capacity is 21 and not 20.
You've probably got a bonus from one of your people.
Overall coverage. So the fact that my empire is 124. I don't get what that negativity is doing there. Okay. How many star bases do you have now?
System survey concluded.
3.
I still only have the 1. I probably should consider putting 1 over here, but I don't think I need it yet. Just in case anyone does come to attack. I am absolutely tiny in comparison to what I normally would end up being when I play this game.
That's the point.
We have encountered spaceborne life forms.
Oh, we have the crystals. What are they called again?
All the shards.
Yeah. As well, I have multiple envoys. I must well bloody check them.
Excellent. I just got a guy called Kuala Minder.
Okay, what's excellent about him?
The dude is like an ultimate government sector, like, just beast of a boost, basically. It's ridiculous.
I think the president is still the best person for the job. Yeah, I think she's still the best person for the job, and there's no point supporting someone that already has it. So yeah.
So he's giving me my workers increase output by 50%. My population upkeep is reduced by 35%. Then on top of that, the resource output is increased by another 25%, and the upkeep is reduced by another 17%. He's then got crime is reduced by 15%. Minerals from miners increased by 10%. Extra lifespan, jobs unity, and then army build speed is even faster. Like, he's just insanely powerful, and yeah, this is what I was talking about when I said, like, getting the people coming in from outside of my systems to come and work for me. This is what you get. You get absolutely insanely good ones that come through. Sometimes they're a little rough, but yeah, it's worth it.
How do you see the rate of growth for your population? Because I don't have many people spawning on my planets, and it's concerning me a bit.
Well, because they won't start out as specialists. So, you know, they're going to start slow.
Yeah, but like on this planet here, I don't have anyone.
Yeah, you do. Human civilians. They're growing. Or, oh, that one. How's your housing? You got enough?
I mean, if the luxury residencies, there's no one without housing. I have 1.9k housing.
Yep.
Minus 716 housing needs. Does that mean that they need housing?
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's why it's not growing, is they don't have housing. So
Okay.
you need to put in some more.
would that be build another luxury residence or increase the city district? What would you
No.
recommend?
Just do a city district.
Okay. 2 both planets. I wish it
Yeah,
had
only
given
need
me
one.
a notification about that. That one actually bothers me a bit. That it didn't give me a notification as to why the fuck they were whinging.
Nah. You've got
And it's
to
probably the
get
same
in
for
and
the
look
machines,
at
is it? You need housing for the machines as well.
No, shouldn't need it.
We'll build the housing anyway, just... Actually, no, I won't. On the machine planets, we don't want people, so screw it. We only want machines. Even though it is funny that because it says sapient pops greater than 1,000, if I have 1,000 machines, I can't get a planetary capital.
Because they're not sapient.
Yeah, so
Yep.
these planets will never have capital, so I'm always not going to have that
Well, they
specialized
will.
requirement.
you will get it eventually. Like 1,000 is not much. Don't forget. Like,
Okay. Then
I mean, my capital at the moment, my capital at the moment has 5,000 people on it. It's fine.
Okay. My capital is minus 4,900 in housing. Okay, fine.
Yeah, you might need to do a bit.
Yeah. Although I'm out of fucking materials at the moment, so we'll worry about that in a bit. That's something I didn't even consider. I didn't even realize it was something that I need to look at. That completely went over my head. I've never looked at that since playing this game in yonks. I never even realized that housing was a problem there. Because this is green, the 2.8k, so it never made me think that the pop needs was 5,000 fucking houses.
It's green because people are, they are housed, but if you want to grow, then you're going to need more.
Yeah, that's. I'm actually semi annoyed by that, to be honest. I won't lie, because that feels like the game's trying to trick me. I think that's
it's
buried.
not.
I know. It's just I think that's buried a bit dickishly.
I mean, it's a 4K grand strategy simulator. It's not going to hold your hand. Like it's going to sit there and go, you can set this to auto, and it'll do its thing. It won't do it particularly well, but it will do it. Or you can micromanage and get the best out of it, but we're not going to tell you when something's going wrong. Mm-hmm. That's for you to discover.
So maybe I'm wrong about the amenities. I don't think I am. But like the pop usage of amenities is 4,991. And currently it's read at 4,200 and 200. So that means I have...
Okay, so have a look at what you're using there. So you've got base amenity usage is 500. Then you've got your population amenities usage is 4,200. So your total available
it's
minus
480.
That amount.
9, yeah.
Yeah.
So the amenities provided.
So feel free to pause. We can go through this. Feel free to pause and we can go through this. That way we're not getting distracted.
Yeah.
So if you have a look at your population, right? So for me, my current total for amenities on my Empire capital is at negative 213. Okay. Now, what it's doing is it's giving me the breakdown. So 5,454 is what's provided, and that comes from buildings, jobs, Empire capital, and colonial spirit. So that's that's where it's getting the 5,454. And then the negatives come out of it. So it works like a balance sheet. It works like an accountant's book, where in the green is all your positives, and in red is everything that's coming out of those positives. And at the end of the day, whatever's available is what you're left with.
Yeah.
So if your available is in the green, you're good.
That's kind of what I like about the amenities there. So it doesn't really matter what you can read all of the rest of it there, but so long as you have available amenities, then that's fine. Although there should be an amenities thing up here, but that's fine. I kind of don't like that the housing doesn't have. It's like the available housing there states that it's 2807, even though the housing needs is minus 4,993. So does that mean that I actually have available housing?
Look at the math.
Yeah.
Look at the math. So you've got 4,000. Well, you've got 5,000 something. So for me, I've got available housing 1,711.
Yeah.
Now, that's what's left over after the. So for me, if I add everything up, I've got 4,600 plus 2,500. So 6,000, 7,100 plus another 1,000. So that's 8,100 minus 1,200 for specializations and 5,189 for housing needs. Therefore, I have left over 1,111. So again, if it's in green, you're
housing
good.
For these planets.
Yeah,
I do have housing, so I didn't need these districts.
No.
Yeah, so my housing was fine. They're just not growing because they're fucking not randy, which is stupid, but whatever.
Well, I mean, like, depending on which planet that you're doing it at, I mean, again, population growth requires population to begin with. If there's only 743 of them, there's only so fast that they can do it.
Yeah, no, I know.
But you
That's
can
just
turn
me
off those.
misreading
You
it, right?
Yeah, you can cancel those city districts. It won't cost you anything to do that
Yeah.
because if you don't need
Because
them,
I don't need them. Yeah, screw it. It's just a waste of resources at that point. I don't need it here
Well, I mean,
either.
you get your resources back anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So everything's fine. It's just, so the two of them would be grand, and
Yeah.
the building of the
It's
machines
just gonna
seems
take
to be
time.
going okay. Yeah, one there, one and there. So they're building okay. So that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm actually grand. I'm just growing slower than you, which is fine, but interesting.
I mean, like I have, I currently have a renowned official who increases my growth in housing and amenities
Oh, yeah, well, that
on
helps.
planets. I've also got my dude who is quite literally like a slave lord who is capable of just straight up making things happen. Like, I've managed to pick up some pretty good things.
Okay. Then we'll continue on for now. Okay.
Right.
Cool. These assholes just have one planet. What? Whatever. I think
I mean,
the
they
thing
were
that's
probably
annoying me the
a pre-FTL.
most with the Fallen Empire, and I know that this is a thing, but the fact that you can't send a bloody envoy to the Fallen Empire, and as a result of which I'm kind of blocked from improving the relations, because I'm at 126 at the moment, and it's actively going down.
Yeah.
Which is pissing me off because there's no reason.
It
for
will
to go down.
always it will always actively go down. That's the whole point of the Fallen
Oh yeah, I figured.
Empire. They're pretentious fuckwits.
Which means they'll probably come back asking for something again in a bit. Although I
Yeah, of
guess
course,
I
that's
guess
the whole
I'm
point.
lucky at the same point in time that I literally have a Fallen Empire and a bunch of Marauders as my fucking neighbors, so there's no one attacking me at the moment. Although it also means I have.
I mean, like on the flip side of that, when we're meant to only have 4 empires, and I've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next to me. It's just like, okay, yep, I see it. I've got everyone surrounding me.
Wait, we did put it down to 4. How do you 5
Yeah, we
surround
did.
you?
Because they would have split.
Oh, but they can still do that when you put it down to 4. Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah. Well, because the starting is 4.
Oh,
They
interesting.
start at
Okay.
4, but yeah.
I honest to God, I've never noticed that the game can do that.
Yeah.
And I mean that makes sense too, because
Yeah.
obviously I have the 2 pre-civilizations here that I'm looking at as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd end up coming up as civilizations as well. So I wonder what the actual maximum civilizations you can end up having is.
Oh, depending on the map size, I think you can have like 50. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm good, Nick. Anyway, my trade, I have 20k trade at plus 40. I have 4.8k unity at plus 127. Plus 21 on alloys, plus 22 on consumer goods, plus 21
System
on
survey
food, plus
concluded.
35 on materials.
You're in the
and plus
positive across the board.
35 on energy. So that's not the worst. Okay. Our
Oh,
researchers have gone
you're
down
doing just
there, loading crystals. I mean, we've done this with everyone, so I suppose we learn to coexist. Oh no, wait, does that pacification? I don't want to kill them.
No. Pacification just means that they won't attack you on sight.
Okay, well, we'll go for that.
An alien
And maybe we
nation
can convince
is
them to end up
aliens.
joining us.
Pretty
Do I
much.
just stop all of my research and do research onto aliens?
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Anomalous
fuck it, I will do.
readings
Are you not
registered.
concerned? Why do you need to research weapons and stuff like that if everyone's your friend?
I mean, I'm not researching weapons anyway, other than the planetary infrastructure improving a bit, but I don't actually think I'm going to be expanding the planets anymore either. So, you know, there's that kettle of fish.
Exactly.
And am I? Holy shit, I think I'm blocked in.
You might be.
Yeah, I think unless I go down here, I'm blocked in. I don't think you can get to me. I haven't checked up this way.
Yeah.
I think I'm blocked in.
It's probably that way.
I'm gonna leave those planets there since there's no way to go out. And that is part of their territory. Yeah, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna start going up here.
Yeah, go for it.
Interesting. There's another block. Jesus, I really am just blocked in.
I mean, I'm the same. It's impossible.
We might legitimately end this set. Yeah. There's no way up at the top either. We might legitimately end this session without me meeting anyone else.
That's hilarious. Well, hang on. Let me try something here.
We're 3 hours 40 minutes in, and we might legitimately go without me meeting anyone. Unless this science ship managed to pop someone down in this little district down here. I don't think this one up here will end up finding anyone, because both areas seem to end up having no links to them. Which is hilarious if that's the case. I mean, I'm growing, which is fine, but it's just funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Because no one is going through this fallen empire, and no one is going through this marauder. So...
Well, actually, given that we're approaching 4 hours, I'm about cooked. I was just about to say. Because I am feeling
Whenever you feel like it, let us know and we can finish up, my friend.
I think it's probably now is a good time to do it.
Perfect.
Now that we know
Then
that we're
we'll
not going to be able to,
pause
meet each other at this point.
Yeah, and ironically, it's quite likely we won't meet each other in the next one either.
Probably.
Our unification won't come for another wee while, my friend.
Exactly.
So with that being the case,
I've made a save. If you make a save.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fucking didn't think about that. Save the game.
Yeah. But you see the advantages of, doing that tall build and just focusing in, because instead of trying to balance all of these extra locations and extra costs and things like that, it's just that slow eventual build that suddenly becomes unstoppable. Like even if you have a look at the contacts that you have, right? So if you have a look at the status of the people that you have.
Us. Okay. Which status?
Yeah. They really hate you, but they're also pathetic.
Yeah.
Right? And your society, they're pathetic as well. So it's like you are more than powerful enough to wipe them out, right? So like that's easy. Fallen Empires, of course, is unavailable. So, quick question, actually. If you have a look at situation log and then go across to victory, where's your points at?
There. Low.
Yeah, you're only a little bit behind me. I'm at 1,384.
Not too bad, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really not that hard. But when you have a look at if you have a look at the breakdown, right? So what have you got for your economic strength?
655.
Right, I'm at 759.
Yeah, well, that's
Technology level
130.
149. Number of systems
90.
90. I've got 100. Colonies
200
for me. Yep, so you're leading on that. Number of pops, I've got 177. You're at 161. Yeah. And so you can see, ultimately speaking, we're pretty freaking even. It's just a difference of I've got a little bit more on certain things. You've got a little more on others, and I think about the only advantage that I'm majorly getting right now is that I've managed to become part of the whole Galactic council and whatnot, and a lot of the people who are on that council really like me and are doing trade deals and research agreements and things like that, in which like
That's where
I'm
I'll
getting
probably end up
bonuses from it.
losing down quite a good bit against you because you've ended up meeting people. The fact that I haven't met people will probably end up meaning that I'm going to get lost quite significantly towards the end of it, I'd say.
I wouldn't say so, because the thing is like as much as I've met everyone early, which is fine, it also means that when everything inevitably does go tits up, I'm going to have to deal with it, whereas you're going to be on the other side going, I don't know anybody, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, you all go over there and do that for yourselves. And
Yeah.
you're probably going to end up being well left alone and capable of, you know, weathering whatever bullshit's going on my side of the galaxy. But yeah, it's been good.
Perfect.
I hope that, you know, slowing it down and spotting a couple of interesting ways of doing things has, well, as you've said a couple of times, I didn't know that was how that
Yes.
worked or where that was, or yeah,
Although
like
it is
it just gives you that
really
opportunity.
interesting that we went into this with the idea that I have never done diplomacy because I just blow through shit. And in this particular case, I haven't done diplomacy because I couldn't find shit.
But that's okay, because you're well prepared for it.
But yeah, it's all good anyways. So, with that being the case, I suppose I'll do my regular goodbyes, which is to everyone here. Thank you all for coming in. Remember, of course, I am the stupid sexy craic. Make sure your craic is 90, and as always, poke Mahone as I set up the raid to Raz the Bear, and I'll end up letting that go through there. Thank you all so much. And for everyone that isn't on Twitch, because we're waiting for that to end up building, I'll chat to you later.